Danful offers unparalleled, curated, and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds, and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshe traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danful, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danful, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danful, Africa. To learn more, visit danful.africa.
Peace, fam. We are live. Hold on. Let me check the mic. Let me make sure I'm on the right mic so you guys can hear me. There we go. We good to go. Peace, family. We are live again. Donnie Samir Search for Huru. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. Hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. It's freezing here in Atlanta. I want to give a special shout out to Shandeezy from the Heezy. Shandeezy came to that's what we call her. Her name's Shannon, but we call her Shandeezy from the Heezy. She actually came to Zanzibar with me this past September. And for my I guess like my birthday present, she got me this quilt, this Sierra Leone flag themed quilt. And my house, man, I don't know if it's the insulation, I don't know, but when that temperature drop, I feel it in this house. So I I had to pull it back out. I thought I was good. We had a little cold spell early February here in Atlanta, and then it warmed back up. It was in the 70s last week. We had a couple of days in the 70s last week. So I'm thinking, okay, the cold spell is over. But like Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. So yeah, it's back cold, but it's supposed to warm up tomorrow. But tonight is gonna be a cold night, so I'm gonna have to break out the my quilt, extra thick Sierra Leone blanket. I'm gonna have to break it out again because it's we're gonna have some cold weather. So yeah. So shout out to DZ from the Heezy for hooking a brother up with that. I appreciate you, my sister. That really means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for that, because it's definitely coming in use. But hopefully this time around, after tomorrow, I should be good. In fact, let's check the weather real quick. Weather, Atlanta, weather. So it is 32 degrees right now. It's going to be 27 is the low. Tomorrow is going to be 51 is the high, 26 is the low. And then for the rest of the week, the high is going to be in the 60s. And so we should be good after tonight, as far as this situation. I hope so, because like I said, I can't stand the cold weather. But anyways, guys, please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. Oh man, I forgot to turn that on. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. That's important. We need that. Got a couple of announcements. Announcement number one, y'all. We are rolling to Senegal, May 9th to the 18th for the Jazz Festival. So if you're interested in joining us, please visit Donfo.Africa. Again, please visit Donfo.Africa. We are going to have a great time in Senegal. Senegal's like, I don't know, I'm torn. Like sometimes it's Senegal, sometimes it's Nigeria, sometimes it's Sierra Leone. But for the most part, it's Nigeria and Senegal. Nigeria and Senegal in regards to my favorite countries in Africa. Nigeria and Senegal. Senegal has the best food in Africa, if you ask me. Again, Senegal has the best food in Africa, if you ask me. Shout out from Coco Mystery watching from South Africa. Was just in South Africa in this past November. Was just in South Africa. Had a good time. Got to come back to South Africa. We're in Cape Town. We were in Cape Town, South Africa. We had a good time. So yeah. I like South Africa. Well, I like Cape Town. Never had the food from Guinea. Need to try it out. But Senegal has the best food in Africa, if you ask me. Senegal has the best food in Africa. So hit that like button. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. So we are rolling to Senegal in May, Nigeria in August. Did y'all see that? In fact, we'll get to that here in a second. Nigeria here in August. Don't want to get too ahead of myself. Zanzibar in September. And then Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, and Ghana in November. So if you're interested, please visit Donfo. That's DANFO.Africa. Again, please visit Donfo. That's DANFO.Africa to learn more. We would love to host you all on one of our mini. Yeah, I saw that at the university. So there's been some protests at the university. Senegal in the car. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Let's jump into today's topic. Real quick, did y'all see the dude with Tourette's? Hold on, let me play this real quick. This is wild. And how people are trying to excuse this. I don't care if he has Tourette's or not. How people are trying to excuse this is wild. Hold on, let's hold on, I gotta play this real quick. I'm trying to find one where you can actually hear him do Tourette's call him the here we go. That's ready. I want to use that one. Hold on. I see the dude with Tourette's called Michael B. Jordan, and I forgot the brother's name. Very talented actor. Lindo, is that his name? Lindo? What's his name? Delroy Lindo. The dude with Tourette's call him the N-word. I thought that shit was wild. And they talk about something, it was the Tourette's. Nah. Oh, nah. Nah, he was thinking about that. He called him. Hold on, I gotta try to. I want to find an uncensored one. But yeah, but that was definitely. I mean, he might have to now. See, if he didn't have Tourette's, he might have had some sense and not have said it. But since he has Tourette's, he's like, forget it. I'm about to say it.
The biggest night in the British movie business, broadcast on the BBC with a 2-hour delay. Time enough, in theory, for the broadcaster to edit out any offensive language.
Good evening and welcome to the EE BAFTA Film Awards 2026.
And while some cuts were made, not this. When the stars of Sinners, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, came on stage to present the night's first award, the N-word, which we have beeped, was shouted out.
Presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
Hold on, let me try to find it on Twitter. Hold on, guys. Let me try to find it on Twitter. They'll have it on Twitter. Hold on 1 second. Let me try to find it on Twitter. On X, I mean. I'm so calling it Twitter because I'm old school. Here we go, right here. Hold on.
After the night for a vital part of.
Sorry, this is in negative 1080p. But here we go.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
Did y'all hear that? Like, I'm not laughing, but it's just the way they kept their cool. The way they kept their cool, it's in their patience. I would have cussed them out, Tourette's or no Tourette's, but Tourette's ain't gonna make you do that. Well, I mean, Tourette's is gonna make you do that, but he was really feeling that. Like, he was really wanting to say that. Like, he was really wanting to get that off his chest. I wish I could find a clearer version, because the a lot of the ones on the internet, they've been beeping out the N-word. Hold on, let's see.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night.
Hold on, let me see if I want to find one. And the thing is, dude hasn't even apologized yet. I know, even you got Tourette's, I know you can apologize. Your ass can apologize. Tourette's or no Tourette's, you can apologize.
I'm delighted to be presenting.
Hold on, this might be a better version. Here we go.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
Look at his face.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
Come on. And he said it with the hard ER. Like, he said it with the hard ER. But I'm saying, so that during that award show, did he call any other groups of people any type of racial epithets? Now, did he say any derogatory names towards Jews? Yeah, don't give this man a pass. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. But yeah, it sounded mentally unstable. But he was thinking that. I mean, I guess Tourette's is kind of like, what's the saying, when you get drunk or when you drink, your true colors come out? Is that the saying? Like, somebody's true colors come out when they start to drink, get to drinking? So I guess when you have Tourette's, your true colors come out. Because he said that. Well, let's run it again. He said that.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
Look at Lindo's face. Yeah. Yeah, so that's that. We about to griff O'Shea Duke Jackson real quick. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, guys. Make sure you subscribe to his page. But we about to griff O'Shea real quick. That might be on his King Ganda page. Hold on. Guys, make sure you subscribe to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, and I'm the CEO of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us.
Firemen's lie, and you're not going to get successful Africans, brave Africans, great Africans.
My journey into trading, like that learning curve,
All right, come
has
on.
exponentially just gotten a lot.
Most of you can't even pronounce this guy's name.
In the last few days, I've seen this particular TikTok guy by the name of Yaroslav Official. He's a Russian guy, and he's been making his rounds in Kenya and Ghana, and he's been approaching largely what I feel are African women. Okay, I don't really see him talking to anybody else that's not African.
Oh yeah, he's in Africa, so of course he's talking to African women.
He's doing so by wearing these meta glasses, so they don't know that he has meta glasses on. They don't know the technology. He's approaching random women, and I'll kind of show you exactly what I mean.
Hey, you live here?
Yes.
Where? Work here. What's your name?
Esther.
Esther.
Where you go?
We are going to go for work.
Home. I would like to see you today.
Me today?
Yeah.
Today? At where?
I live here.
You live here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your name?
Esther.
Esther.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. Okay, I'm 30. Okay, have a nice day.
Your name?
Vyacheslav. Okay, Lad. L-A-D. Lad.
Lad.
Yeah.
So he just approaches, women on the street and asks them, can they come back to the house and all of that. And of course, we know what he's doing after this. And not only is he approaching them and getting them back to the house, he's also recording the sexual experience with them and then uploading this for sale. And the issue is that these women have no idea that they are on video. And this is also being seen even inside of the Airbnbs or hotels that he's staying in.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Just come with me. I show you how I live. This is my room.
Okay.
This is my kitchen.
Okay.
You live here?
Yeah, I work here.
Work here. You live far from this place?
20 minutes.
You want after work go home?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll leave in the morning.
Okay.
I'll see you again.
Now, in this case, here's a young lady that is just bringing in a tile, and she's not looking to engage him, and he's telling her, "Hey, come in." And as you know, she's at work. He appears to sleep with her at work. And for what I see, some of these women are not only just single. Some of the women are married, they have kids. And a lot of people are upset on the continent about this.
So a Russian man comes to Ghana, uses his privileges to have his way with
what privileges? Well, hold on, what privileges?
Women. And all of the sudden,
y'all, what privileges? What privileges did he use? I don't see any privileges. He wasn't flashing money. He wasn't riding around in Bugatti. He wasn't taking girls shopping. So what privileges? What privileges was he using? He barely speak English. Hey, you want to come to my room? Come to my room. What privilege is that? What are you talking about?
the internet is in a frenzy. The internet is trying to push a narrative that Ghanaian women are one, cheap, and two, of that same character. But let me make something very, very clear. This man obviously had an ulterior motive, and his ulterior motive was to come into a country, a third world country that is, which was once colonized by the whites, knowing that a lot of these women will still have this savior mentality.
Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh well. Oh Lord. What's savior? He didn't offer them anything. Listen, these girls just what I don't agree with is him recording it. That's wrong. But these girls just wanted to get laid. They wanted a cheap thrill. They wanted to have fun. Just wanted to have fun. He wanted to have fun. They wanted to have fun, and that's it. Let's not overcomplicate this. Leave the colonialism out of it. Leave colonialism out of this. This has nothing to do with colonialism. He was there, didn't have to do nothing, and just wanted to have fun. They were willing participants outside of the recording part, and that's what happened.
Towards white people, knowing that a lot of these women haven't actually gone through a process of self-actualization to get to a point to understand that the white man ain't going to save you.
Oh my goodness, self-actualization. Stop it. Self-actualization. Self-actualization. Stop it. The white man messed up because he recorded. That's it. That's all. But this was all consensual.
Now, I'm going to get back to what the sister said. Shout out to her. There was one case where I saw that he filmed where he was rejected. Now, he doesn't always get the girls that he wants, okay? But there was a case in Accra where he tried to get a lady and she rejected him.
Okay. Turns out the government tracks a lot of data, and it's scattered all.
I would like to see you in the evening.
What?
In
Is that your wife?
In the evening.
That's your wife.
No, I'm alone.
You want to see me in the evening?
Yes.
Why?
I'd like to know you better. I like how you look. You look great.
Come back.
Fix my number. I have Russian number.
No.
Why? Are you married?
No, I'm not married, but no.
Not. Okay.
Let me check in and then.
1 moment. Text me on WhatsApp. Where are you from? Hello.
Now, the lady rejected him. She was trying to be polite, trying to get away. But the lady said that she is from New York. I don't think she's from New York, obviously, with that accent. She probably lives in New York. But I do, I did notice this, that basically the lady had a nice car, a Jaguar, and so they were doing well. And so the case can be made that the reason why he is being successful with these other women is simply because these women are poor. And these and other women who are turning him down, they simply feel that maybe he's weird, or basically they have their own money. They're not impressed by white people and all of that, right? So this is what you're seeing. And I'm seeing so many African men who have been commenting on TikTok saying, listen, the same women that are asking us for transport money and dinners and dates when they see this white guy, you know, he's showing how easy it is to sleep with them. And this is true, right? I could see how easy that this could be. And the guy is, you know, simply letting you know that he's not having troubles with, you know, getting these women without spending money or doing whatever else it is, right? It does show that, but it also shows the white worship that goes on in Africa and the white savior complex. And getting back to what the sister's saying, and at some point, the reason why
this has nothing to do with white savior complex. These girls just wanted to have a good time and they saw the opportunity.
This exposure is what it is, Africa and African countries have to take some blame. I see so much white worship on the continent of Africa. It is unreal. I had one of my buddies. We had an event, a speed dating event in 2024. He came through, and he's a guy in his 60s. This one young lady, very beautiful young lady. I mean, the way that she was just throwing herself at him, he was not trying to talk to her, and she was like begging for him to come home. and all of that. And if it had been an African, that would have been the case. But she was just really, really, really on him. Even if you're a person that is, let's say, lighter skin or mixed skin, I mean, people just think that you have an opportunity. And what that tells me is that Africans or blacks here do not look at themselves as having the opportunity. Okay. And that is the problem. Number one, you see that somebody is better than yourself, and you don't look at yourself with that level of self-esteem. And the ecosystem for that lack of self-esteem is prevalent all throughout Africa, especially through East Africa. I could talk about East Africa in particular.
He's right about East Africa.
Ecosystem where you're not being rewarded for your talent, where you don't have confidence, where people almost beat the confidence out of you. I'm not talking about literally, but figuratively. You see it so often in Uganda. Kenya is a little bit better, but you also see it there. So when somebody sees somebody that's a foreigner, comes in confident, whether you're a Black American, just in general, they are just kind of like attracted to that. But now imagine if you're white, okay? You have a confidence, a boldness to yourself, and that's not really appreciated here. And so, you're kind of beat into being submissive, waiting your turn, you must know somebody. And when you accumulate that type of ecosystem and it compounds and compounds and compounds, everybody
in Kenya, you're right. In East Africa, you're right. I agree.
People feel that they are worthless to each other.
Again, maybe they're just attracted to white men.
Everybody becomes
like all this
useless.
colonialism and white savior
amongst relationships, whether it's business or friendship. No matter if the person has raw talent in their ecosystem, right? And that could be politically why some people want it like that. I'm not sure. And so the results of that is when somebody comes into contact with somebody, they automatically believe that something else is better than them. Okay. This is better. I'm supposed to do this. I should look at something better than myself. And then you can say, well, why is the lady passing up the white guy or sleeping with the white guy than her own African husband? Well, it's the same thing. No matter if you're married or not. If a woman believes that a white guy is better than her husband, that ring don't mean anything. And of course, we can get there.
Shout out to
we blame individuals. And of course, those women shouldn't be doing that. And we are seeing them in their true elements. I mean, I could have posted worse videos than this, but the problem is the ecosystem in which these environments lie. And you're not going to get successful Africans, brave Africans, great Africans, as many as you can get that have confidence to be able to tell a person like this no. Because I can tell you one thing, a Black guy ain't gonna be able to go to Russia and do this. Number one, if those videos come out, you're gonna be immediately arrested. And if you be lucky, if you live, you'll be lucky if you can.
Thanks to Restore, Prime Time is back. This is my time. I didn't want to be bold.
Survive. Okay, that's number one. But number two, fundamentally, I will say this, and I'm gonna keep saying this. Africa is gonna have to understand the ecosystem and the negative compounding elements that they have allowed their communities to grow in. It produces these results. Almost every woman in this video.
What game is he running? He goes up to the girls. Hi, how are you? How are you? You want to come back to? You want to come with me? How are you? You want to come with me? Yeah, come with me. What game is that? What game is he running?
Except for the last one. Lacked confidence, and that's because that lady said she had moved to the diaspora. I'm not sure if that was the case, for real, if she was just telling New York. But most of the people lacked confidence. Not to say that Africans cannot have confidence, but they lacked confidence. You can say he preyed on the weak. He preyed on the elements of an ecosystem. Okay? I just can't continue to tell you that. I see this all the time. And to be honest, if you talk about it so often, so much, people think that you're a troublemaker. Oh, you're just a hater. Why don't you go back home? And I can give you an example. Anytime you want to give somebody a job here in Uganda, somebody wants a job opportunity, people are so nice and so humble here. And so what happens usually in speaking with someone is, how much do you want? A person, for the most part, now it's interesting, when they want to sell you something, they'll charge the highest price, right? Now, when they want to work for you, they're going to go for the lowest price. They're never going to tell you, I want $1,000 a month, the least amount. And they're going to shortchange themselves. Most Africans that you come across want to shortchange themselves and become smaller, at least in my opinion, in your eyes and in their eyes, and they should be. So I said, honey, why don't you calculate how much it costs to be every month? How much is your transport? How much is your lunch? How much is your lights? How much is your cell? Oh, okay. So really what it costs to be you is like $500 a month, right? You're asking for $100. So they're afraid to ask for more because they feel like they're going to get it. Let me just settle for what I can get. That's how the ecosystem is. I can tell you about East Africa. I've seen it in Uganda and Kenya. That's what it is. Okay. And if you would have came to Uganda, I think you would have seen very similar things that you saw in Kenya and Ghana. And until we want to start having a more serious conversation about these problems as they're piling on this continent, people are going to continue to come to the continent and expose us. They're going to continue to show it. All right. And then when something happens, we want to blame this white man. And yes, the white man.
I mean, like I said, maybe just they like white men. Hell, back in my day at UGA, I used to pull up on the snow bunnies like this. You want to come back to my dorm room? To the snow bunnies? No problem. No problem. And we didn't have to overanalyze how Dynas got the snow bunnies. Didn't have to overanalyze that. Hey, you want to come back to my dorm room? Okay. That was it. So let's stop overcomplicating this.
Should be deported because he's recording people without consent, and
now that he should be in trouble.
But
See,
let me tell you something like this.
Let me tell you guys, nothing's gonna happen to him. Nothing's gonna happen to him, you guys. He's not gonna get in trouble. Russia, y'all's favorite ally, is not gonna extradite him. They're not gonna extradite him. What's gonna happen to him? Unfortunately, there's nothing Ghana and Kenya can do. Just be upset. Russia ain't gonna do nothing. Russia ain't gonna arrest him and send him back to Ghana or Kenya to be prosecuted. It ain't gonna happen. Russia does not extradite their citizens, not even from America. Okay, well, my bad. Okay, well, I didn't know that. But nothing ain't gonna come from this. Nothing's gonna come from this, unfortunately. Yeah, they could ban him from entry, of course. But let's see if all the African countries let's see what the African Union will do. Can the African Union ban him from all member countries of the African Union? Let's see if they'll do that. The answer is probably not. The answer is probably not. But we'll see. But guys, I'll put the link in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Yeah, call in. But this is, guys, you remember, hold on, you guys remember DJ Kid? You guys remember DJ Kid here in Atlanta? I mean, in South Carolina? He was doing the same thing. DJ Kid, the white DJ that had HIV, was giving all the sisters HIV in South Carolina. He ain't have to work for it. He ain't have to work for it. And he got a reduced sentence. Over 700 white sisters. This him right here. All sisters. And listen, they've been hush hush on this. Team Protect Black Women. They've been hush hush on DJ. They were hush hush on DJ Kid, and he got a reduced sentence. I mean, he'll be free soon. Now give me the excuse for DJ Kid. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me the excuse for DJ Kid. Fair use.
Adding the Harris tracking script to your
Dr. Richie. Fair use. But yeah, give me. I want to hear the excuse for him. I want you guys to overanalyze DJ Kid.
ads will increase your ad ROI by 15%. I literally guarantee it. There's just one problem.
A predator gets reduced sentence after abusing 700 minors. What the actual? That's what it says. Her Atlanta Black Star, a major South Carolina sex trafficking case that languished in the court system for more than 4 years, came to an anticlimactic conclusion in August 2023 when 46-year-old Jason Roger Pope, white disc jockey, received a reduced sentence after pleading guilty to 13 felony charges of having sex with children, including women. Hundreds of underage black girls. You're not about to do this to me today. I guess we're going to have to get into it. What a pig. Look at the picture, the eyes, the disgustingness.
Well, yeah, the eyes.
Because that is what children saw. $700. For authorities, Pope worked for years as a DJ in Florence County. He used his trade to take advantage of young girls through his job. He was able to promote teen dance parties and regularly marketed the events on social media. As part of a deal with prosecutors, why would there be a deal? Pope, once known as DJ Kid, that's actually what he called himself.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you.
Okay, guys. So this is part of the case. So he was also found guilty of of affecting women with HIV, adult women. That's the other part of the case. So yes, he had underage women, but then adult women, he was affecting them with HIV.
Now back to the show.
Confessed to 5 counts of sex trafficking of a minor, 5 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor, and 3 counts of criminal sexual conduct for South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson. And I'm not impressed, Mr. Wilson.
I'll go to
so instead of a 30-year prison term, Judge Brian Gibbons on the right suspended that possible sentence in favor of 19 years behind bars. Far lighter sentence, much lighter punishment. And prosecutors initially won for Pope, who admitted to prostituting and having sex with 693 underage black girls between 2017 and 2019. Do the math if you can stomach it. While intentionally infecting at least one of his young victims with HIV. If anyone deserves the maximum, isn't it this piglet? But then again, we have to talk about black girls and their worth. Is it 20% of white girls? 10%? What is a black child their promise, their future worth. What's Black girl worth? I'm just asking because I'm looking at the details here. The headline said something about nearly 700 victims.
Nah, all of them were not minors. All the girls that he was having, you know what, with were not minor or not minors. Everyone knows that. Yeah, it was not 700 minors. I know it was not 700 minors. Yeah, come on, Rashad Richie. It was not 700 minors. He was having, you know, sex with 700 women, some minors, but he was having sex with predominantly Black and a lot, and he did not disclose his HIV status, but it was not no 700 minors. Go ahead, Casanova.
Peace, Diane. I'm so glad that you covered this topic, bro. I've been waiting on you to cover this, man. I'm actually glad that this happened because it gets to shed the light on something that we need to address. It's a serious issue. This problem stems from one, white Jesus affinity, and two, hookup culture. Hookup culture is degenerate, and because of that, our STD rates are through the roof. HIV rates are through the roof. And this is how these venereal diseases are spread in our community because naturally Black people clean, you know, like, but you get women who are infected by another man, and then they go affect other men. And over here in America, we know HIV is predominantly spread through like gay dudes too. So it's like it's a different dynamic, but it's the same problem. Hookup culture, white Jesus affinity. These people see white Jesus and lad. This is they getaway. This is the big come up right here. And they want to seize on that opportunity. So they will do something that they're not used to. O'Shea did a broadcast on one of his podcasts. I think it was the Pan-African Dating Show or Kinganda, one of them shows. And one of the African girls was on there like, African women will make it tough for a Black dude, but a white dude, they'll lower their standards for him. And we've seen that all too often.
All right, let me pass the mic to Ngolo. Go ahead, Ngolo.
What's the word, brother? Thank you for the platform. Yeah, I second that motion, man. Like, the two places he went are white Jesus strongholds, especially Ghana. Ghana had a video. Some cracker was walking around in the Jesus outfit, and everybody was just around there just swarming him.
That's Kenya. That's Kenya.
Oh, they have no. They have. I seen one in Ghana too.
It don't matter.
So
But it don't matter. You're right. It don't matter.
I seen one in Ghana too, but I mean that's both of the places. So again, like my first sentiment will reflect that. But yeah, it is disgusting, man. Our women of today have no self-respect. They have very little to no morality when it comes to getting with these people. It's very easy for them. You can just I just see when they continental Africans be coming over, and it really ain't just the women. The men exhibit that behavior too when it comes to interacting with white folks. Like they view them in some type, like they smile and start grinning all their teeth. That really be annoying me when I be trying to tell them, I'm like, bro, why y'all be acting like that, bro? Y'all don't gotta act like that. They just regular people. But yeah, I mean, it's disgusting, man, and it's really been happening. Europeans have been engaging in the SEX tourism. and all through they've been having their way all throughout Africa, especially in South Africa and Kenya. But we're really all throughout East Africa. They've been doing it. It's been for the past like 50 to 60 years. But you know, our women gotta take the loss, man. They going to Dubai, getting defecated on, letting camels pee on them, getting letting people get violate them with dogs. It's really embarrassing. And we as men, these when these men get caught, they need to get petrol and gasoline like the people that's with that rainbow stuff. So I'll let somebody else speak though.
All right, go ahead, Michelle.
Good evening, panel. Thank you for having me on. Hey, Cash, long time no see. Hope everything's well with the family. This is I found it very disturbing on various levels because, again, I work in an urban community. I work with women who are immigrants. And so when the men of the community say, hey, our women are easy or cheap and so forth, you don't understand how this can echo in certain settings. Again, women who are in vulnerable, compromising position globally. So I found that very concerning. I think we, as a global community, need to have real discussions. I'm very disappointed in the AU because AU could have really, or even Echo West or ECOWAS, whatever they called. We really need to start discussing our perception and how we view marriage and family and the sacredness of it and how it can be easily violated because of women not being protected in terms of not having an opportunity to be some level of financial independence, or feeling that because this white man came as a savior and I need to do whatever it takes to make it, not knowing he was just using that to exploit them. And they can easily get in our country. It's not easy for us to leave, our mother countries to travel outside. And so, again, are we going to become tight-knit communities that needed to be so we can protect ourselves? Again, this goes into various dynamics. And what are we going to do as a culture and as a community to protect ourselves from this level of violation? Again, I beg our brothers in this situation. I get it. These women were compromised, but they shouldn't have done. But I'm also requesting that you guys look at it from a bigger picture because still our sisters are out here vulnerable. And all I need to do, even me as a woman, all I need to do is be standing out here and somebody could say, I saw that video. Oh, she must be like that. So please be careful how we respond to these type of things. Again, I question those women's motives. They need to understand the bigger picture of what they've done, and all of us need to. Thank you.
Go ahead, Africa.
Yeah, greetings to everyone. Yeah, it's a quite sensitive topic, really. It's funny, Dennis, yesterday was here discoursing about how Islamophobia started in the UK. When those girls were groomed by Pakistani males, just because of their identity and their religion, that was tagged as the reason why. And we shouldn't make excuses for these people because we know some of their intention. And it make me wonder what country in the world he chose to travel to before he went to Africa. And if it's only Africa that he went to, then that might be alarming to me. It kind of shows that obviously what we mean to them and what our women's mean to them. And also, I'm going to yes, the sister spoke well in terms of the vulnerability in our women's in this day and age, and most women's, in fact, regardless of their color. But however, we do notice certain trends. Days of the internet and TikTok. If you look, you find our sisters to be the most exposed out there, twerking on videos. Showing them half of their flesh and stuff like that. It doesn't represent our culture really, truly. In the continent, and maybe this should be alarming for them to start looking at themselves, and see, how actually what some of these people make out of them. And at the same time, that's a crime in the UK if you deliberately sleep with someone that, if you have HIV, you contaminated them, it's basically GBH or it's some kind of assault. So it's actually some kind of imprisonable offense for that. I'll just pass the mic.
All right, and guys, with the DJ Kid case, it was 14 underage girls, 14 out of the 700. as far as the incidents that were reported. But the majority of these women were adult women. Okay, and the majority were sisters. All right, he only had HIV. All right, so Rashad Ritchie with his report was absolutely wrong. That's the same guy that has those degrees from the degree mills. Let me read the super chat. Diploma mills. Summer, none other T3K. Thank you for $5 holla. Kenyan women have zero issue being filmed by white men for sex since they think it's winning, but y'all are not there after when they are trauma dumping about white men. All right, go ahead, Taraka.
Hey, how everybody doing? I just want the panel, especially the men, to remember that they have sisters, daughters, mothers, niece, and so forth and so on. So be careful when you talk about all women are like that, right? Be careful. And it's not most.
My brother, who said all women?
Somewhat Nagola, I think.
I ain't say all women, man. I said it's common.
That common that's all you're saying.
Nah,
all
I'm not
women,
saying all. I'm saying it's common, brother. That's undeniable. You can't deny that, man.
Yeah, but yeah, most women is
And if
not
my
like
sisters and my
most black
mothers and my
women.
aunties behaving like that, I would directly reprimand them because they are my circle of influence.
Yeah, but most black women is not like that. But that's
I'm not
beside the
saying
point.
most. I said it's common.
All right, let's move on.
I'm saying most.
Missed my thought. Was gonna say, but anyway, on this very panel right here, when I try to defend, say, like African American women, I got cursed down because African women was put on a different pedestal, right? Saying they're not African American woman is not submissive enough. They're rather African woman. African woman is this. African woman is that. The whole 9 yards. I'm trying to tell you, they have women like that on both sides of the fence. You see what I'm saying? But African woman was put on a pedestal, right? And as far as the white Jesus syndrome, yes, that is true. For the people in the panel that's talking about that, it's true. You see what I'm saying? And that goes for the men also. Right? This happened throughout. This not only Africa, it happened in the Caribbean also, and it happened in South America. Right? And it happened on with white women also. You see what I'm saying? And as far as what's going on in the Middle East with these women going on getting pissed on, shit on, yes, it does happen, and it does happen with all different type of women. Especially Eastern European women, even American women, white women from here, black women from here, that go over there to get the same treatment and they make money from it. You see what I'm saying? The irony of this is a lot of these women, not most, a lot of the women in Kenya and Ghana, they were married with children. Right? So I need somebody to explain that to me. Right? I thought it was like a no-go for African women, but again, it seemed is not to be. All right, that's all I'm going to say.
All right, go ahead, CD.
Hey, Dennis.
Peace.
Yeah. I would not prejudge those women. You know, sex seems to be very common now, especially in big cities like New York City or Nairobi or Rio de Janeiro or London. You know, there's a hookup culture everywhere, right? Especially in New York City. People don't want to marry anymore. People just want to do hookup. There are a lot of women online. You won't believe it. Some of them are married. Some of them have a serious relationship, but they're doing hookups, right? So I've been in Nairobi and I go there most of the time. But Nairobi is no different from New York. The only difference is it's cheaper to live there. So sex is something that is very common there. So whether it's being a white person or black person, you will find ladies like that very easily. Even in Turkey, Istanbul, you see Russian women or East European women selling themselves. is very, very common. So I will not prejudge them. And at the same time, too, this guy, we don't know if we were able to get all of them, to speak with all of them, but we need the success one that he showed on the video. So this has nothing to do with race. When people are desperate, when people are poor, they can succumb to anything, especially women. So I will not prejudge them that what they did was wrong, but it's not a moral value for any lady to be sleeping around like that. Even Girillo was doing it. His was even worse, right? He was beating this girl, videoing them selling it in the state, and he's this black guy, right? And another guy who got arrested in Brazil, his name is Flaw. He was sleeping with little kid, like 6, 7 year old kid. He's African Americans. So sex is really common now. In places like in Gambia, who know how these 95-year-old women going to sleep with young Gambians. And most of them travel with those European women to come to abroad. So it's all over the place. So unfortunately, they found themselves in that situation. And hopefully they will learn from them. But I'll learn that for now.
All right, go Bakuna Bay. Go ahead. I'll meet yourself, Bakuna Bay.
Yeah, peace, everybody. How are you guys doing? Can you guys hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, buddy, you clear.
Cool. So what I can say is that it's important to notice that this Russian dude did his best not to go do that in the AES, because he already know the good relations that we have with this country, right? Because what would have happened is that not just the AES, in the AES, not just would he would have got spanked by the AES, and then they would have shipped him to Russia, and the Russians would have made an example of him. They would have made an example of him in Russia.
Shahori said Russia's family.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you, because you need to notice that he did his best to avoid the AES. He didn't do that in the AES, and he knew what he was doing, all right? But as a Pan-African, I am pissed nevertheless, right? And right now, I am angry at every Ghanaian that was like in Ghana while this was happening, all right? Because if you guys see that the authority is doing nothing, but then take on yourself the responsibility to deal with the guy. How is it that he's doing this and everybody's like just walking around and like almost worshiping the guy? You get what I'm saying? And that takes us to the white Jesus syndrome, because there were people that were mentioning the white Jesus syndrome. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Now, outside of that, like, honestly, I really thought about this, and I think even here in the West, we have the white Jesus syndrome with many black girls, you know? Many sisters, even here in the West, have this syndrome, okay? And I can give you a life experience with even my girlfriend, because I'm dating, right now, I'm dating a Haitian chick, all right? And right now, I managed to secure her. But before securing her, I had to compete with like up to 5 white dudes, all right? That I had to compete with. 5 white dudes. It's crazy, all right?
You better be careful, brother.
Get rid of her, bro.
Careful,
get rid
brother.
of her.
Yeah, I wouldn't be messing with her.
She gonna put that voodoo on you, boy. She got that voodoo coochie.
If she entertaining Peckerwoods, I wouldn't be talking to her, brother. I'm sorry.
And the crazy thing about the 5 white dudes is that like one of the white dudes was he was straight out of jail.
Yeah, a crackhead.
Yeah, he was white. He was straight out of jail, and he was like an ex-stripper. All right, he had no jobs, no income, no nothing. All he needed to be is to be white, to be qualified for her, right? And on the other hand, you had me. Like I had my life all together. Like I had like a good situation for myself. I had a job. I had everything. And for like real quick, she thought that white dude was better than me. You get what I'm saying?
You
so
said she's
this is
Asian?
not the white.
She's Haitian.
Haitian.
Oh,
Haitian from
I thought you
Haiti.
said Asian. Okay.
No, Haitian from Haiti.
Okay.
So she thought that white dude was better than me, right? All he needed to be is to be white, and he was okay for her. You get what I'm saying? So even here we see the white Jesus syndrome. But then eventually she just saw that none of the 5 dudes were on my level. You get what I'm saying? And it took her time to see that exactly because of that white Jesus syndrome. All right? So yeah, I am extreme. It's not just me, all right? The entire Pan-African community is extremely pissed at every single Ghanaian who didn't do anything to this guy. All right? So this is all I'll say for now.
All right, go ahead, Pharaoh. Unmute yourself, Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Unmute yourself, Pharaoh.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Peace, Diners, peace to the panel. I seen the title of the video, and I have to disagree, Diners, when you say that this has nothing to do with the white savior syndrome. It has everything to do with the white savior syndrome, and it's even deeper than that. Okay, because just like the brother said, it has to do with white Jesus, but also has to do with Hollywood, with constantly showing movies and films of the white savior in the white man and black woman relationship. Now I see, what I don't get is what is wrong with black women, because I see a lot of black women always, trying to celebrate, dark skin beauty, black beauty, and all that, but yet they still dating these white men, and they still are so obsessed with having mixed babies. Okay, but yet they want to get on Instagram and social media, and and try to celebrate black girls rock, black beauty, black pride, but they're obsessed with white men. So that tells me that they're pro-black or black beauty celebration. That it's not real. Okay, it's a put on. So it's like, it's deeper than a white savior. It's like these women are literally under a spell. Okay,
Black man is the same way.
Yeah, but no, but it's worse with black women. You want to know why?
Don't think so, but go ahead.
No. You're talking nonsense. Okay, it's
Okay,
worse with
go
black
ahead.
women. It's worse with black women because it was the white man who was the slave master on the plantation. It was not the white woman. Okay, so let's get that straight.
They all don't have that experience though, brother.
Huh?
They all don't have that experience though, brother.
What experience?
As far as the slave dynamic, even epigenetically, they all don't have that experience.
Yeah, but that is the mindset that they have. Okay, regardless. Okay, so they see the white man as a slave master. Okay, and the white man is still playing the role of the slave master today because he owns all the businesses. He has most of the money. He's the billionaire. So that has everything to do with what's going on today. What went on in slavery times is reflecting to what's going on today. So my thing is, black women need to start getting real. Okay, and the only way to avoid getting you a Brad, getting you a white man, is hurry up and get you a black man. Okay, stop playing this game stop playing this fake pro-black, I'm black, I'm beautiful nonsense. We all know that you're not serious with it. Okay, hurry up and get you a black man. Okay, be faithful to that black man. and stay away from these white men. But it's much deeper. It has to do with white Jesus, has to do with white supremacy, white rulership, the white man, having the money, being the owner of everything. I mean, it's very deep. And all the black woman has is her black self and her black people. Okay, so black.
All right, let me pass the mic. Go ahead, Charles supporter.
First thing first, man, shout out to the platform. Shout out to Africa. Shout out to the tours, man. Heard you got one coming up soon, man. Hope some people go over there, support your chat, support your platform. But the funny thing is, man, is that it always shocks me how black men try to patrol black women's pussy. It just shocks me. You get what I'm saying? Ain't now one of y'all can stop now one of these hood boogers, these wig weed wearing wild hyenas, jumping in trash cans, stealing wigs, selling ass on the block for wigs, selling ass on the block for cell phone money, selling ass on the block for shoe money. Ain't now one of y'all can stop that. But y'all sitting up here talking about goddamn your mamas, you got mamas and sisters. I don't give a fuck what I got. If my mama is selling pussy, she a pussy selling hoe. That's exactly where she is. And if she want to go out there in the street and sell herself short, that's what we do. That ain't no judgmental. That ain't being judgmental. That ain't acting like, some type of way we got to tread some type of line or something. That has nothing to do with black men. Black women, like the brother was trying to get out, he just couldn't convey his message right. But black women saw the slave master beating other women, beating black men, and they were still sneaking around fucking white men. That shit been going on since the slave plantation. You can't stop now one of these husky hyena hood rats from selling box. And all y'all sit up here and think like some type of way is it ain't men standing on the corner. It ain't men dressing up and standing on the corner selling dick paws. When you come to Atlanta, it is 99% of black women out here selling pussy. You go on their IG, Instagram, they got their bio and their Instagram.
Shaw supporter. When I see a cute chick on Instagram and I click on her profile, she had an extra link and it goes to the OnlyFans.
That's a fact.
Diners. Not only does it go to her OnlyFans, it goes to her Amazon wish list, and it got some butt plugs she wants you to buy. It got some goddamn high heel stripper boots she wants you to buy. Some special oil with glitter on it. That how y'all think I know this? I stalk these hoes. I watch them. That shit is free advertising. Let me tell y'all the difference between y'all and me. I'm not gonna sit up there and act like I don't see it and act like some type of way black women is virtuous. Let me give y'all the rundown. In America, on any website, the black woman is the lowest. Even though the escort sites, escort alligators, all information is good information. Escortalligators.com. Black women are the cheapest out of all of them. And when you go to the truck stops, it's the black woman out there selling it for the cheapest. I'm telling y'all want to sit up there and call them your women. They don't even call you their men. Black women want to be separate from black men. Ice Cube showed you that when he went on the panel with all them goddamn booger wolves. They didn't say we want something for black people. These wig we wearing wild hyena hood rats as we're in it for black women. They didn't say what's in it for black men. But you know what though? I understand black women. Because you know what? Ain't now one of y'all hiring them. Ain't now one of y'all working for the white man just like she is. At least she could put on some tight leggings with the vibranium stitch in it so she could pull all that girth together to make that ass look like it's fatter than what it is. At least she can prance around the office and maybe get a raise or something. You got to go out there and break your back. You got to lose a finger to get reparations on the job. All she got to do is dance around and look cute. We ain't hiring black women. So all of that Pan-African, all of that, you come up here, how you protect black women when you can't hire them? Just getting online and saying you protecting them? I tell y'all all the time, the only thing, it's amazing y'all think I hate women when I say it all the time. The only thing black men offer women is death, dick, and disaster. Let a woman call you saying that you want her to beat somebody up. Oh, you'll go out there and beat her. You'll go out there and beat somebody up. You'll go out there and risk your life when you got 6 kids by 12 baby mamas at the house. But let that black woman come to you and say, hey, I got a business idea. Can you invest in my business? Oh, you start acting like Scooby-Doo. You talking about money. Now, you want me to risk my life and go to jail? I go to jail, but I ain't going to invest in your business. I ain't going to help mentor your kids. I ain't going to do none of that, but I'll beat another black man. I'll kill another black man for you. I'll do that. So what else is she going to do? She going to bust that pussy wide open for Massa and whoever else got $30 or $40. And I pass the mic.
Wow, this is so smart.
Yeah, we know you hate black women, bro. It's okay.
Let Michelle respond. Go ahead, Michelle. She's only 6.
How so smart is that you?
Yeah, that's him.
Wow, long time. I'm trying to find your channel. I don't know if you can put it in the chat, but thank
Put it in the chat. Hey, Michelle.
Yes.
Hey, what color leggings you got on?
I don't have leggings on today. I have my scrubs on. I just came from work.
Are they tight though? Did you get them custom made?
No. I got them from online, Amazon.
You didn't get the steam hemmed up on the hip?
No. I can't get that scandalous at work.
I need you to do better. Go ahead.
And to add on to Hustle Smart, I have 2 young ladies who are on the side. I work in human services, who are doing their side jobs. Their side hustle is to get on OnlyFans. Every young girl now, under 30 now, their new hustle is the OnlyFans. I was like, I can't believe this.
So some type of way, Michelle, I hate black women. Listen to these old Negro spirituals out here. I hate black women for telling the truth. Now, Michelle, you being a woman, tell me one lie that I told right then.
You didn't say not one word, not an ounce of a lie.
No, he ain't lying, bro. American females in general is just hoes, but you know, our women got it bad though. Because again,
we're talking about Kenyan and Ghana. That's what the topic is about.
We talking about black women globally.
It ain't no difference, brother. It's the same dynamic.
There's not a lot of difference. The average black girl in the cities in Africa and the black woman in America. There's not a lot of difference. Trust me. And it's just to do with their self-esteem, innit? You know, if a woman, if a woman have a lower self-esteem, you know, she's gonna be like that. And I think it depends on the man as well. You know, if you're a man with value,
it's the mantra of I'm a black independent woman. You don't need a man. That type of mantra for the past 30 years that has really affected us. And now the younger, now the younger women feel that mantra because you never saw the mother like be with a man and work with a man through a certain situation. Only I'm going to get this dude so he can pay my bills. Just call your daddy so you can get some shoes. So they're not really building a relationship with a man. And so now you got these young girls coming up. They really don't know how to relate to a man unless I'm getting something from him. And then now it's transactional. You know,
but
so
they don't got no self-respect. It's just
the problem we have in the UK. The problem we have in the UK, most black men would rather have a black woman, but the thing is, black women are not respectful. They don't respect their men. They tend to have more respect from the white woman than they have from their own sisters. And that's what
the white women are the same way, bro. The white women are the same goddamn way. Don't start fucking bullshit.
No, you're not listening.
They even fucking worse. Are you kidding me?
No, it depends. What I'm trying to say in the UK here, most of the black girls that are born here, I'm not talking about those that come over, those that are born here, you know, they have a different standard. They tend to be more worse than the white women, trust me. they want to do it too much. They want to be too westernized. It's like, they just too much. And I also, to be honest with you, I noticed a trend about East African women like Kenya, and like maybe some part in West Africa, not all, but majority in the East African region like Kenya. I was actually on a Kenyan guy platform. He actually narrated this to me, that the women over there prefer white men than black men, and that's how it is. And sometimes, it's natural preference. It's nothing to do with anything. Some women just prefer white men. Some white black men prefer white women. So you can't change that. Love doesn't see color, but the reality
They need to
is,
be sent to Europe then.
yeah,
Get that off
well,
the continent.
if you say so. But the reality is, do you know what the funny thing is? Why I used to go to a nightclub. Okay, it's a predominantly black area, and then we had one of the white dude that used to come there, and he was actually bit racist towards one of my friends, and he got beaten up and he got kicked out of the club, right? And then the only person that actually saved him, it was a Nigerian girl, and she came here from Nigeria. You can tell by the accent. And then she helped him out, cleaned him up, and next week she was in the club with him, non-stop like a couple, and everyone is looking at her like, "Wow, are you for real? You actually just saved the guy that just been racist in the nightclub, been kicked out, and now you're actually cuddling up to him as your partner. That says a lot about you, one."
Well, maybe she's trying to get her papers. That's all.
Well, God, let me pass it to Afro Man and V. Go ahead, Afro Man.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are. When I saw this particular news item, and this thing it goes beyond Ghana and Kenya. He actually has videos of his trips to South Africa as well. And if this guy had gone throughout Africa, the results would have been the same. If this guy had gone throughout the Caribbean, the outcome would have been the same, including Black America. Now, let's be clear. Throughout history, okay, it has been the duty of the man. Can you please mute yourself?
Yeah, somebody, you got to mute yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Throughout history, it has been the duty of the man or men to regulate women. And it is men that have regulated women throughout history. It is men who have designed systems of polygamy, where it is men who can marry more than one wife and not vice versa. It is men who regulate sexual activity of women to ensure that they are virgins before marriage. And so, to me, when I look at this, I see deeper than just self-hate in Black women. It has to do with the failure of us as Black men. And let's be honest, if you study women carefully, there's one thing that you would have to agree. Women follow, submit to power, to wealth, to fame, to men who are actually doing things. And in that arena, it is the white man who sits on top of civilization. He is the most desired male. Now, from website to website, you study the surveys, white men always invariably come out on top. Black men come in second. Asian men come in last. Black women also come in last. 25% of married Black American men are married outside their race. 12% for Black American women. It's not because the Black woman is more loyal. Her options are less. The Black male has options. The Black woman doesn't, which is why the passport bro movement is taking off faster than the passport sisters movement. Now, as I said, this reflects on us as Black men. It is for us to sit up. There's no such thing as loose women, except you have weak men in the society. Where men rule and are strong and are powerful, women gravitate towards us. It is, you see, when you see this,
bro, you know how many how many managers,
dynamic.
you know how many managers women that I tapped, bro, working in the office, bro. The top
Where have
managers.
you traveled? Where have you been? Except Ghana. Where have you traveled?
Guy, let him finish.
Yo,
Let
let me
finish.
Now,
Let him finish.
now let me end.
You guys
Okay?
talking
Now,
nonsense, man.
if you look at this reality, you understand that at the end of the day, we as black men have failed. And if you look at the power dynamics, okay, and I'll end with this. As I said, most black people who marry white people see themselves marrying up. When a white woman or a white man marries a black woman or a black man, it's not as if they see themselves marrying upwards. It's just a fetish. That's what it is. It's a fetish. Nobody marries a black man except you are marrying some celebrity, okay? But nobody marries an average black man thinking that they are marrying up. It is a fetish. So let's not celebrate that the black man comes in second when it comes to dating websites.
That's African mentality.
I gotta pass the mic to V. Go ahead, V.
But I gotta respond, Dennis.
You respond. I gotta get to the panel first. Go ahead, V.
Yeah, hello everybody. Hello, diners.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I saw. I haven't seen any of the silly, the ridiculous videos, but I've heard about it, and there've been a lot of discussion about it in Ghana as well. When the men are taking the video, oh well, these women went round and hand themselves cheap, so blah blah blah. You know the usual story, and a lot of women are pissed about what the guy did. Now this, I'll call him a monster. Actually, he's been through many African countries, but so far he's only released 3 videos that I'm aware of: Kenya, Ghana, and South Africa. I believe he has a lot more videos, but I don't know if he'll release them because he did all these things and left the countries before he's run away. People thought he's Russian, but some say he may be from the Balkans. I don't know.
Ukraine, I heard. Ukraine.
Okay.
He's Russian.
Okay.
His identity has been confirmed by the Ghana government. He's Russian.
Okay, yes. They're trying to. Well, the Russians, I don't know what's going on there, but the Russians have made it clear that they don't have any anything to.
Extradition treaty with Ghana. They can't send him back.
No. The Russian ambassador in Ghana has come out to confirm it.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Go ahead, V.
Right. I mean, he's a monster. And let's not beat around the bush. The black women are the lowest of the low, and the black women are this, and the usual story: black woman, black woman, black woman. And often, sometimes you hear some of the most painful things that we hear about black women is coming from black men. And it's very painful. As a black woman, you know, I don't care if any other race insult me. I don't care if a white man insult me, an Asian man, Arab man. But if a black man insults you, you go right to your bones. It go right to, sometimes women, we don't want to speak out the truth. And that's why sometimes you hear that the black woman is reacting so disagreeably with the black man. Because at the end of the day, I was brought up by a black man as a father. I grew up in a black home. My uncles, my brothers, and in our tradition and custom, as an African woman, it is the duty and the responsibility of the black man in your home to protect you first before anybody else. That is how our society ran, right? If anybody any African person or Ghanaian would support what I'm saying. If, for instance, in the past, if say you got into trouble or something has happened to you, you go straight home, you tell your black brothers and sisters, uncles and so forth, and it's their duty to find out what has gone on. And if the man that's done something to you, say for instance, if sort of forcibly force himself on you, and if there is a truth that he did it and there's evidence, it is up to the brothers, the men in your family to go and deal with that man, and they will. That is how our society ran. On the other hand, you, the woman, you've been brought up to be submissive and quieter and sort of support the men. But now the whole society is breaking down. A lot of these young girls, they say they're not getting that kind of support and protection from the men. All the men want is maybe come, blah, blah. Because in the olden days, you cannot go and take a woman and just said, I'm going to stay with her for all these years and not do the right thing, say to marry her. It was unheard of. Now it is done everywhere. Sometimes you even find fathers chasing the men or young men to come and marry the daughters after they've had 1 or 2 child with her, and the stupid woman will stay there with the man. You know, it's just the whole society is breaking down. And we need to find out why it is happening. You know, it's not to say that these women, the women made poor decisions. The women that followed that disgusting human being, he came to Africa. And I'm sure, I don't know if he went to any other place to do this. He came to Africa because he knew the laws are lax and he will get away with it. You know, so for instance, if he's going to done something like this in Arabia, they probably would have lynched him. But he knows in Africa, the laws are lax. He just have to pay a policeman 1 or 2 bribe here and there, and he will get away with what he's done. And so far, he thinks he's getting away with what he's done. And I like the stance what the Ghana government has taken. The Russian have made their response that they don't have this and that, and they can't do this. But now people are aware of him. And anybody that's going to come onto Africa to do this kind of thing, we should look for them and lynch them. I'm sorry, you can't go to somebody. Even though I accept that the women make poor decisions at the time. They did. It was very stupid of them to go and follow somebody that you don't have a clue who excuse my language, I was going to swear there, who Danes would have found me, who is, and follow this idiot of a monster, disgusting human being. If he is a human being at all, why do you go to women with the sole intention of degrading them? Because
what about the married women? The married women in Ghana, why did they do it?
Well, they've all got in there. They're all in trouble now. So I don't know. There's a whole lot of discussion going on about that.
No. The married women decide. Do married women deserve to be killed and hanged and set on fire the same way?
No, our culture,
of course. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I try to stop black men with all that want to kill everybody when a woman go out here and do something. You can't kill everybody. It's more women than it is men. Because one thing that I learned, I saw so many black men that got locked. This is a 30-second story. I got a homeboy that went to jail because a dude that his sister boyfriend beat her ass, broke into her house, beat her in front of his kids. He went over there and shot the dude, shot him. Right? Y'all like, yeah, black man go do this. While he in prison for aggravated assault because he got 20 years, he called home at his mama house, and guess who answered the phone?
The man.
Guess who answered the phone?
The dude he shot.
The dude he shot.
Nah, that's facts, bro. That happened too often.
Hold on for a second, bro. This is how real this is. I'm standing next to him talking to my mama on the phone. This dude put the phone down, tears in his eye. He got to serve 10 years. 10 years for aggravated assault, for trying to protect black women. But you know what that black woman did after all that? She went right back in there, put her face down and ass up, and gave that box away. You can't patrol women box.
Let me just finish what I was saying before I lose all my thought. I mean, as I'm saying that, I'm only speaking from the African point of view. Our society is broken. It is broken that the norms are no longer applying and working because girls don't want to even accept relationship with a lot of those boys down there because they see them as they don't have much to offer them. And the men are also, there's not a lot of opportunities as well. So
is society broken or is it changing?
It's broken. It is breaking. It is it's verging on breaking. That's what I see because
it's not broken. We live in a material world. The ladies, we live in a material world. The parents putting a lot of pressure on them to make money. It's everywhere. Black
No,
women selling themselves
They
into
not getting
custody
no
and
money though.
go.
Why
But
y'all keep bringing up this money? They got no money. He just hit
CD,
and,
they got
and
no
left,
money.
bro. What are y'all
Society
talking
was
about?
working for you prior to the changes that are going on, then yeah, I can
But
understand you
CD is
It
right. Some of
was
them
perceiving.
do
though. It
follow the money.
was.
CD, they got no money. They got no money.
But some
They
of
got
them,
no money.
but
Why y'all
again,
keep
No,
bringing
but
up
let me tell
money?
you,
Now
I'm
wait,
not
so
saying that
whoever
they
said
have
that
money.
is
They
some of
think
them
that
following the
they
money.
believe that they have
who
Yeah.
money.
said
That's
that?
what I'm telling you.
That was
Yeah,
In
but
your
I'm
J.O.
saying
city,
They
you,
got
That was
no
the
money.
they
Uncle
do.
let me
Sam
tell you
right
this:
there.
every
They not
beautiful
getting
woman that
nothing,
you
so they
see in your
dumb.
city,
That was the
What
as
Uncle
a
led
Sam
black
what
right
led
woman,
there.
them to
Stop.
they
think that
all
he had
selling
money
themselves.
other than his white skin? What led them to make him think he had money other than the white skin? He barely can
Because
speak
it's white
English.
skin.
And the
Because
reason
it's white skin. Yeah,
right,
exactly.
the reason why he didn't go to the the AES like y'all was saying, because they speak French over there. He barely can speak English, but you know what?
No, you see,
He speak
no,
enough English
listen.
to get a
I
Now,
black
think, I
chick.
think,
now they got
He's
no,
killed in the
no.
AES, bro.
I believe that
huh?
I
He
believe
don't
that he
speak
won't go
enough
to
He
the
English to
didn't
get
go
AES
to
black
the
chicks.
because
AES because he don't speak French. That's the only reason why he ain't went over there.
no,
The
He
no.
they
thing,
got
Let me,
killed
let
over
me,
there, just
let
like
me.
got killed in
funny
Jamaica.
the
Oh
funny
God, can
thing
I just
about it
finish?
is he probably, I agree with you, V. He probably got plenty of videos, but you know, just like I don't video chicks myself, so all the videos ain't good quality. You know, the camera might fall over, might drop down, I might say some crazy shit, so I can't put every video up. So he probably got plenty of video. Most African chicks will let you video them. You don't got to
Damn.
hide nothing. I can tell you that's like go, man, my stamp song full of them. I can show you videos. Them girls have no problem with goddamn letting you record them.
Oh, sure, you
No,
crashing
Hey,
that
out.
chill
they
out,
have
brother.
it.
Chill out,
Smart.
brother.
Yeah, you
He'd have
crashing
gotten
out.
killed in Jamaica if he didn't pay.
Hey,
You,
also smart. Please don't incriminate yourself. Please don't.
what is incriminating? They let you record them. How is that
Nah, yeah,
incriminating?
it's not incriminating. It's just
That ain't incriminating
unfortunate.
when that ain't incriminating when they grab the phone and looking at it after you shoot the video.
Yeah, nah, it ain't incriminating. It's
But you
just
was not
Oh
using
unfortunate.
God,
phone.
Nah,
You
but
are
that
using his
we
you
glasses.
can't
are
be
leaving him
promoting
alone.
decadent
You
behavior
are
though.
using
That's
his
Hey,
glasses.
bro, let me explain something to you. Y'all keep saying what's promoted. There's some shit that been going on since goddamn smartphones was invented.
You're not
no,
wrong.
that's
Y'all
facts.
acting like, hold on, y'all acting like this shit is new. The one thing that I'll say is that the stuff that going on in America, the internet in its totality have reached the African continent. So you got African girls from Nigeria, I don't
Yeah,
been to both, Nigeria and Kenya, and them girls are repeating the same stuff that they
yeah,
hearing in
giving
America.
OnlyFans vibes.
The only
Yeah,
hold on, let
you
me
ain't
explain
lying.
something to you, Wall Street, really. Let me agree with you. The Kenyan chicks are on OnlyFans because they got a stable enough internet. You can go on Cam Soda, you can go on Cam Soda right now, and you can see about
Yo,
1,000
bro,
Kenyan chicks on
I'm
there. Hold on,
I'm starting I'm starting to see it on my like Facebook timeline.
yes,
Like,
sir. Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me tell you
yeah, it's
something else, Wall
crazy.
Street Willie. If you walk on the beaches of Mombasa, I was out there for goddamn 45 minutes and I got approached by about 6 chicks. Straight up. Walk right up to you and ask you, do you want to have sex?
That's
Right
disgusting,
Well,
on the
man.
okay.
beach in
From
broad
money,
As I
daylight.
was
as long as
saying,
you get
if I
paid,
would
what's
just let me
smart?
conclude.
As long as
As
you
I
got
was
paid.
saying, our society
He probably fed
is
those
break.
chicks. He probably fed those
Can
chicks
I
and gave
You
them
finish?
talking too
transport
Can I
loud. I don't want
finish
my
and
bill,
then
wife
you
to hear
guys
that. You talking too
as
loud.
I said, the society is breaking, and it's not breaking. It's breaking, and it's bad. And we need to have a discussion about it. That we can't carry on like that because some of the stories that you're hearing that it's appalling. I mean, for instance, now in Africa, there's a lot of places where they're having DNA tests, and there's a lot of stories coming out where you find that that some of the children are not there. Belong to the man that maybe the woman is even married to, or even assuming he's having a relationship with. They're
I
claiming
mean, but
it's
the
a lot.
reality is right now though, right? Like sexuality is being like monetized at an increased level, right? So there
and you
are a
say
lot of
increase
women
Wall Street,
that
Willie, you being nice. You're
I'm
being nice.
trying, bro.
Nah,
You
I
You
don't
can't.
think
can't
so.
be
I
nice.
disagree.
That's the problem.
I think
That's
it's
the problem
I
right
think
there.
it
All
is
right,
the
I'm
cheapest
going
than it
back
ever
on
been.
mute,
It's the
bro.
easiest it's ever been in the world history, I believe. It's
It
just
is
easy.
too
I don't
Man,
think
it's
easy.
you must
disgusting,
you got
man.
to You must be exactly. You must be a low value man to actually put money on it because it's there.
It's
You know, like
nasty, bro. That's disgusting
yeah.
behavior, man.
Hold on, because I interrupted Wall Street Willie. But let me say this one thing, Wall Street Willie. When I went to the bar in Nigeria, you got to run from them hoes up in there. You got to run from them. That's how aggressive they are in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Quick, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Miss Michelle.
There's a movie that's going around in the international film festival.
You say what? Now say that again, Miss Michelle.
Hold on, V. Go ahead, Michelle.
There's a film in the International Film Festival called Lady. It's about Nigerian prostitutes called Lady, and it's making its rounds in the International Film Festival. So, and this onset of this story kind of like, I'm like, wow. I mean, what are they trying to turn to us in, what are they trying to say about us on the continent? Those are, from the Black diaspora. What are they trying to say?
Well, it's like this, Miss Michelle, over there. What the difference in America is that the prostitutes hang outside the bars and they in the bars. So you get what I'm saying? So they're like in America, we would call them hostess. That host chicks to get you come online, they'll come on Instagram and put us a promotion. It's not like that in Nigeria. The girls in there be in there try to get you to buy them a drink, buy them a beer, and then you got to pay a DJ fee to go fuck them behind the building or in the storage room.
That's
it's that easy.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's not playing.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
He's not playing. He's real. He's been real.
Hold on, Wall Street with it. This is the last thing, Miss Michelle. And I'm telling you, you think of these chicks on the block, they in there goddamn doing it for $20 to $23 max. $23 max.
No, that's crazy.
He's not lying.
23,000 naira. What are you talking about? It's a lot of money.
To that point, you have countries like the Dominican Republic. You got countries like the Dominican Republic where, like chicks will tell you, you know what I mean, like $25, $30, and you're like, huh? And all my homeboys is like, just fill a van up, all of y'all get in the van. Like that's $100, $150. Like that's nothing to Western spending, but the reality is this is going on in Western world too. Like we know you're American. You know this go on in the clubs.
It's a lot in New York. Everywhere.
It's Western culture.
Even if you're talking about Europe, right? Even if you're talking about Europe, you're talking about the red light district, right? Like you're talking about a place where this was normalized. So it's not uncommon worldwide to be to the point where we say that society is breaking down. Nah, this always been going
but
on.
traditionally,
Nigerian chicks are getting to the party late.
Yeah, they
but
get
that's
to
what
the
I'm
party
saying.
late.
They don't.
You
don't want that stuff in your. You don't want that stuff in your communities,
they get
man.
to the party late and they're more aggressive. They trying to catch up, Wall Street Willie. They aggressive with it.
They're more aggressive. Thank you.
They more aggressive. I ain't mad at them either, bro.
Can I
Yo,
just
bro,
say
if you go to Singapore, right? Like the women, so they have whole strips, right? Where this is the known, like it's known. If you come here,
can I just
you're
say
looking for
something,
this.
ma'am?
Hold on,
Can
real
I
quick,
just
sis.
speak a minute?
Real quick, sis. There's like, if you go to Singapore, there's places where it's known. If you come here, you're looking for this, right? You're looking for the sex trade, right? It's no different from the Netherlands, the red light district. I was blown away, right? Like, I took my wife out there to see Levinstein, right? Like the dude from Maroon 5 and all that. But, you know, we move around, so we're moving together. And the red light district is crazy. I've never seen nothing like that. But it's not like anything these women are doing now is out of the realm of what other women have done when they've been more liberated. It's just normal. Like,
but to me, it's not
I would say, listen, I would say that,
and I'll say that because nothing but the devil.
No, speaking from the African point of view, I wouldn't say that the women down there are liberated. A lot of the women are doing it out of necessity. That's how they think, and some of them are just greedy as well. That they perhaps could do something else, but they chose to do this.
But
and a
sis,
lot of
what I'm
women,
saying is in America, in Netherlands, it's the same thing. Some of the chicks are
V,
doing
Yeah,
it
but
because
what
they're
I was
down bad.
comparing, no, what I was comparing with what is
My
happening
fault. I
now
didn't mean to
and
interrupt you.
saying
I'm
what
sorry.
happened about 10, 20 years ago, you wouldn't have found this kind of behavior out and out open like this in Africa. Even if
That's
you
in
not
travel,
open,
true.
but
you would
That's
have
not true.
okay,
That is not
no,
true.
Sis,
you're not being
that's
honest.
kind of the
V,
point,
Nah,
right?
that's not true.
When you
There's
look
one
at
thing you
the
said.
impact
There's one
of
thing you said
In
in.
hold
fact,
on,
in
bro.
fact,
There's
in
one thing
Ivory
V
When
said
you
in.
look
Coast,
at the impact of groups like the
listen,
Passport
In
Bros,
Ivory
right?
Coast,
Yes,
they named the
yes,
prostitution center
no, come on, boys.
to
But
Ghana.
hold
yes,
They
on,
say
yes.
when you
sis.
want to go to
You're right.
You would have
prostitution
found
center,
Sis,
they
this.
call
here's
it
what I'm
No,
telling
Ghana.
you,
no, no.
sis.
You're
You
right.
would
When you
have
look at
found
That's
the
you
why.
would have
That's why
impact
found
Ivory
of
this
Coast has
kind
a
of
lot of
groups.
HIV,
behavior
right?
in a
TD.
hotel
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
or
hey,
in
I'm
why
not
bars.
the
talking
Ivory
real
Coast
quick.
has a
Please,
lot of
please. Let
HIV.
me make
When you
one
go to
Yes,
point to
yes.
the
prostitution center, they
sister
call it
real quick.
Ghana. If you take the
Right, right,
Ivorian and want to
So,
go
You,
to
you guys
sister,
Ghana,
what
going
I'm
way
they
off
telling
think you
you
go to
topic,
is,
bro. You're
right,
way
prostitution
off
when you
center.
topic.
look at the impact
right. I
of
agree.
groups like the Passport
No, can
Bros
I just,
and this
if you
whole
guys will not cut
traveling,
me off and let me finish what I was saying,
It's
you
one of
would
the oldest
understood me.
professions.
you can, sis, but I just want to tell you something, like, because I'm looking at it from a different angle, right? I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is when you look at this thing globally, the only reality is now I feel like African women are more aware of the
Mm.
value of the sex trade worldwide, and that's through the internet,
No,
Facebook,
what I was saying
Instagram.
was in in
But it's
in
been
in
going on.
Africa,
But
in Africa,
let the woman speak now.
in
You're speaking over
Africa,
her.
in Africa, or whatever it is, in some many parts in Africa, in about 20 years ago, you would have seen this kind of behavior, maybe in the restricted places, in the hotels or maybe clubs, or you will not see it out in an open, out and out such as it is now. Now it's out in the open everywhere. That is why I'm
So,
saying that the
sis,
society is breaking
No, but my
hear what I'm
because
sister,
saying,
I'm
sister.
telling
I'm
you,
trying to explain
30 years
why,
ago in
right?
Ivory
You
Coast,
have a
the
whole
Yes,
prostitution
epidemic of
center
guys
was named
known as
after
the
your country. It
passport
was named
bros.
after Ghana.
Sister, have
Ghana,
you
I'm
ever
and
telling
and,
heard of the passport
and there were
bros?
a lot
yeah,
of
but they
HIV
were in
there as
the
well.
restricted
Hold on,
places.
real quick.
You know,
no,
they
no,
were
no,
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
you
it's
no.
saying that
Everywhere
Have
in
you
prostitution
Ivory
ever
was
heard
Coast.
of
named
the
after Ghana. It's
passport
very
nah.
bros?
disingenuous because there
No,
were
no, I'm not
prostituted.
lying.
Hold
I
on,
don't
I'm
know
hold on.
about
lying.
Give
You
me a
tell her
Tetelesego
second.
in
every town in Ivory
Agoria because
Coast,
I've not been there at the time, so I didn't
you
know.
only
Sister,
find
what I'm
Ghanaian
asking
women
you
and the
is, sister,
Nigerian women there.
have you
I'm
ever
telling
heard
you.
of the term
Yeah, it's right. It's
passport
right. It's right.
bros?
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Are you
we
aware
know
of
that
that?
already. You don't have to tell us that. We know that. We know about
Yeah, they go
passport
there
So
Yeah,
for
bros.
but
I'm
CFA.
asking
They
But
go
you,
for
it,
there
I don't know
for
any of
higher currency.
any of this thing about
but it,
Tetelesego
it
or
to
Passport
me,
bros is nothing, bro.
you
Them
see,
white,
such
them white
places,
dudes
so I
been
wouldn't
doing
know.
that before
So I would not
one mic,
passport
know.
one
was a
mic,
thing.
hold on. So,
one mic.
sister, what I'm asking you is
Oh, this
if
guy.
you're aware of the whole, I would call it an epidemic. Some people will call it a movement, right? Of the passport bros. This is dudes that are going to different regions just to get affection from women, right? I don't want to get crude with it, but I'm just being honest, like to get affection from women. So the places that they have gone in the past have been the Dominican Republic, right? They go to um Singapore and
Brazil,
Thailand,
Colombia.
right? And if they have some money and they want to get some quality for all the smut dudes out there, they go to the Netherlands, right? I think it's just a reality that through the internet, women in different places, and not only the women, you got to realize the men that I say this with quotation fingers, protect them, facilitate them, right? It's understood that men are traveling all over the world to do nasty things. White men,
Mm-hmm.
black men, you get what I'm saying? Not the Spanish so much, but definitely Asian men, right? This is a normal thing that has been going on for years, right?
Mm.
The conversation of the African involvement in it now, for me, it just kind of correlates with some of the things I see on Facebook. African women know you can just monetize your page, right? You don't even have to be a full-on prostitute. You can just shake your breasts in the camera and get a check from that.
Yep.
So they're starting to lean toward that. And it's unfortunate more than anything, but I
I
wouldn't
don't
say
know
it's a
why. Me
breakdown of
personally,
society.
I would never touch an African girl in the
It
West.
is
I
a
would never touch.
breakdown of society.
I never touch a African girl anyway. Especially Nigerian girl or like Ghana. I
Well,
always
wait, we're
rather be
not
with
getting
Caribbean.
specific.
I always,
But what
I
the
always,
bro
I
just
always
said
dated. Listen,
was,
let me just finish.
hold on.
I always dated Caribbean girls, and I know because Caribbean girls actually got
Right, that's cool, but we're
when I
not
was
getting
younger. Yeah,
culturally specific. We're not
You
doing
said
that,
you
right?
said Caribbean
So
girls. What country do you mean by Caribbean girls?
in the UK, they tend to stay more with the black brothers than
he's
going
talking
out. So in
UK.
the UK, you see more black African girls with the white man than
Now
the
wait,
Caribbean girls.
let me make
I
Yeah,
all
can
you
guarantee
brothers.
you that.
That's what
Let
we
me make
saying.
all
The
you
African
brothers
girls are more
uncomfortable.
aggressive.
Hold on.
The African chick are
Yeah,
gorilla prospect.
yeah,
Hold on, bro.
They gorilla
yeah.
shawos.
Let me make the
No,
Especially
brothers uncomfortable,
The
right?
Ghanaian
Let me make
women
the brothers
And
uncomfortable.
Nigeria.
the both.
Yeah,
When we're talking
yeah.
about
I'm
this whole
Kenya. I'm
sex
Kenyan.
trade, you
And
got to
Kenya.
Yeah,
Those
realize
three
there's a
yeah,
countries.
lot of
yeah.
women with money that are going to Jamaica, right? To get mud rubbed on their legs
God,
and
you
get
gotta let other
taken
people
down
talk, man.
by some young brother.
Yeah, he's talking about the girls today.
Volcano ash clay. It's just
All right,
hypersexual.
all right. So you know what I'm talking about. Ayo, you
Yeah.
are wow. He said volcano ashes.
Hey man, you got these chicks out here yoni steaming and garlic butter sauce, bro. These spiritual hoes, man.
But wait, bro, I'm being clear though. This is
At the
not
end of the
just a
day,
woman thing.
black women are more sexual liberated and they sexual aggressive. And
No,
you
white
got the
women going
African.
out there to Jamaica too. White
Yeah,
women
but what I'm
going to
saying
get
is like
rubbed down too.
the African woman, she sees that. Like the thing about it, American woman, if you see her in her apartment is nasty and it don't her bed is nasty, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, they African women be damn near sleeping on mats and cots. You don't see they got their cooking pots right
Yeah,
behind
but
them.
the dynamic is different though.
But I got you, But
When
that's what
these
I'm
men
saying.
come
But they
there,
gotta,
they're
but they
telling
gotta.
them come to the Ritz Carlton. You
But
get
they
what I'm
got
saying?
but they got a fat ass and their body is tight because they be trekking 3 to 6 miles a day. So their body is tight. A lot of the American women, they think,
Oh
but their
God,
body
how
is
is this all
loose.
reduced to this, man? Oh my God.
The Nigerian girl and the Kenyan girl bodies are way tighter, way more formed than American women. The only difference is they walk like they stuffing roaches. They have no sexiness in they walk. They just fine. I'm talking about, bro, they walk like they stepping over scorpions. They have no type of sexy walk about them at all. So either they sexy naturally, but they don't have that sway. And you get what I'm saying? But the thing about it is I never forget I was at this bar. And this chick, it was the craziest thing in the world. And she was talking to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then she brought another girl and said, this is my cousin from the village. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck they got to do with it? She from the village. I'm like, oh shit. It's like, oh, she might be a virgin or she might not be ran through like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? That's how they coming at you in the bar. You know what I'm saying? They introducing. So the men are not in the way. They figure that the women bring the men to the club. So why get in the women way? Let them come in there, make the money, and they make a cut off of it. Some of them Wall
They're
Street
having
Willie,
more
some of
sex
them
in the
live.
villages than they have in the city.
Some of them live behind it. They got these little dilapidated houses or these little compounds connected to the bars. They live right outside. They got little small rooms about the size of a bathroom at an Econo Lodge. You get what I'm saying? So they cook everything in it. You'll see they cooking pots, the clothes on the floor. You get what I'm saying? Mosquito nets and all that shit. And they just sitting up there. They go from the club right outside. You get what I'm saying? Or if you want to take them for the night, you know what I'm saying? They gonna cost you no more than $40.
Excuse me.
Man,
Can
bro,
I
that's
just
crazy,
ask you
man.
something? Are you not even afraid to go to such a place to meet a woman like that? I mean, that sounds scary to me.
Hey, I can't help where the women. Hey, I can't help where they at. But that's how it is in Africa. Even if you go to the expensive
But
places, they still there.
that's pretty
They're
rough.
all over.
That's very rough.
They're all
That
over,
is
Miss
rough.
V. You can't get away from these African Ashawos, these Nigerian Ashawos. They're aggressive. They're like the plague. They're like moth. They like goddamn grasshopper.
Let me tell you this. Those three countries, right? Nigeria, Ghana, and Kenya, the women like a fly, they all over you. You can't even breathe. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, I'm not lying to you.
Let's not make this
Your
into
question. I asked you a question.
a particular country. You will
Man,
find this kind of
CD
women
so
everywhere.
blunt and
And
honest,
believe
man.
me,
You're
Can
so
I ask
honest.
I'm a
Sister
woman,
V a
and
question, please?
you will find this kind of women everywhere. So
I'm just
please stop
honest.
it. The Ghana, Africa,
Yeah.
and Kenya,
Man,
and
take me to
Can
the
da.
country where it
I
don't
ask
Stop
Sister
it.
exist,
V a
man. It's
question, please?
despicable,
No,
man.
but listen. I've been to a
Hey,
country where
I gotta read the super chat. Summer none other T3K. Thank you for $2 holla. BWR has been into this since the 1800s.
May
Oh
I
boy.
ask Sister V a question?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Michelle.
come on. Go on.
Okay, Sister V, this is the issue now. And throughout African society, what was our value as a people was that we're able to keep our communities together. And the center of keeping our communities together has always been the woman. And one of the ways they would do it, because again, men and women, in terms of population, women have always outnumbered men.
Yeah.
And that was through polygamy, because a man, again, can take care of more than one woman in traditional African societies. Because at that time,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
you were the social-economic
Thank
Yeah.
you.
dominance. You control your land, you
Thank
control
you,
your crop.
sister.
But once the
Well
Europeans came
said.
to introduce another
Can
social-economic
she
dynamic,
finish, please?
it
She's
failed
asking a
our
question and
system.
you're talking over her. Sorry, please. Can
Oh,
you
all
can you
right,
carry on?
all right. Calm down, my lover. Calm down. All right.
It
So,
Go
failed
on,
these
sis, let
Michelle. I'm
me ask you,
listening.
right? So, sis, let me ask you.
it failed
And
these systems. And then you get Christianity that comes in and tells us monogamy. But traditional African society, we've always had plural marriages. Again, it's
that's not
not
always
to
true.
feed into Western sexuality appetite. Because for us, the Black people, to get back on point, we're gonna have to, and I'm a woman, okay, but I even have to admit the fact that some level of polygamy is going to have to happen in order for us to get back to some control. Because you
Thank
got
you
these
very
young
much.
women, like for example, in Africa per se, you have
See,
these young
that's a
ladies
bad
who are
argument.
poor, who are unprotected, who are vulnerable. So one
Right.
of the ways you
You
protect
know,
them in
no,
African society, because
But
just like
hold on. The
You might as
reality
well
is,
forget
though,
it.
a
That ain't
lot of
gonna
black
happen.
American,
no,
a lot of black American
I
women.
said that few. I said
can
that
I
few
Hold on,
shows
answer
ago.
real
her
Hang
quick.
on.
question,
See,
I
please?
just
I
want to
said that few
respond to
shows
what the
ago. If you go
sister
back on
said.
Dinah's show,
A
I
lot
did
of
propose
black
that few shows
American
ago.
women
Okay.
can have those monogamous relationships, right? Like my wife, for instance, right? I'm not running around trying to take down everything. I'm not trying to have a polygamous relationship, right? That monogamous marriage culture in America, it is still a thing. Like you gotta
Man, no,
realize
it's
that.
not, man.
I understand that, but I wasn't speaking to your relationship per se. I'm
But
looking at
when
the
but hold on, before you cut me over, what I'm saying is that whole even the polygynous kind of wave in America right now, right? That's a fringe thing, right? And I have an opinion on why that's a thing, right? But that's not the norm. Let's be very clear. Like the norm, even in America and
No,
even in
The norm
in
is side chicks, mistresses, and cheating on your girl, man. Come on, let's be honest, man.
I ain't
no,
No,
doing
it's
none of
it's
that,
you know
bro.
I'm not
as a
saying
Muslim,
you. I'm saying that's
as
the
a
norm for
Muslim,
most
My
men,
canon
though.
don't even work like
as
it
a
used to,
Muslim,
right?
as a
Like
Muslim in West
I'm
Africa, as a
settling
Muslim
down
in
for
West
real.
Africa, we have, as a Muslim we West Africa, we have people in West Africa have 2, 3 wives. You know, and even my partner here.
He
But
said
that's
that.
a
He talking about
cultural.
America,
I'm
though.
talking about
Nobody.
I'm talking.
African
But wait, we're
The
position.
reason,
confusing
That's a
things.
the
question
reason
that
why our
It's
you
a
asked
population
difference
is
about
between
rising in
African
Africa.
polygamy and a
position.
cultural
Irrespective.
setting
I'm
I'm
talking
and a
talking
about
about
setting
African
globally.
where
position.
I'm
you
talking
can
globally, but
just
I'm giving
take
Africa
advantage
as
of
an
the dating
example. Okay,
market. It's different,
I'm giving
right?
Africa
Like
an
if you're dealing,
example, but I'm
hold on,
talking globally.
real quick, bro. If you're dealing with polygyny or I'm sorry, polygamy, right, in
Yeah,
a cultural setting, that's very different from what you have in a lot of Western environments today. The honest
that's why we
truth
need
in
to
a
go
lot
back to
of
our culture. We
I'm
need
gonna
to
land
go back
right
to our
here. I'm gonna
culture.
land right here. The honest truth in a lot of Western places now, women are just unfortunately in a place where the men that they want have so many options
Yep.
that you might have to share. You get what I'm saying? Now, I always saw
Mm,
the value. I
depends.
can't deal with two women, right? Like my one wife gets on my nerves. So I couldn't imagine what it's like dealing with 2 or 3 women in the home. I just didn't, that wasn't
Yes,
my
sir.
thing. But
Yes, sir.
if I
and I
wanted to
respect your
jump into
perspective,
that
Walter, really.
polygamy world, I'm probably like one of the prime guys who could have done it, right? But that's still not the norm. The
No,
number
it's
is
not.
It isn't now. It isn't now. Hold on.
When it comes to
Hold on. If it's
polygamy
all
or
right
not
for you to have,
polygamy,
if it's all right for you to have a man and man to be a couple, a woman to be a couple. If it's all right for someone
pause.
to
What are we
have,
talking
no,
about?
hold on. If it's all right for someone to be transgender, what is wrong with someone? This is all liberal
He ain't say
ideas.
it's
So
let me
wrong.
just
He
what is
didn't say it's
answer.
wrong? What is
wrong,
Can I
wrong with
man.
a
just
Yeah,
man
no
answer
one
having a?
this
said it
in
was
What is
regarding
wrong with
wrong.
a
the?
man? What is wrong with a man having a 2 or 3 wives?
He
He
What's wrong
didn't
didn't
with
say
that?
say it
it's
was
wrong.
there.
It's
He
just
didn't
not
say it was
common,
wrong. He
which
just
he's
said
right.
there was
But
a
Okay,
issue.
okay.
No one
majority
said
of
it's
dudes
wrong,
in
but hold
America
on.
that's
First of
married
all, if you
is
got to
cheating
look
on
at
their wives,
America, that's
bro.
illegal. Number
Yeah, it's
one,
But that's
illegal.
right? So
but
let's have a
that's why.
logical
Oh God, this is
conversation.
not.
That
Yes,
that was a
that's
respectful
why you need to
question
do
you
it
asked.
legally.
That was a
That's why you need to do it
respectful.
legally.
But it's
No, it's
happening.
better.
It's
It's
happening.
better to
It's
cheat
been
on.
happening in
It's
Black America though.
it's better to
We all
cheat
got
on your
granddaddies
wife.
that have families down the street. Like it's normal. Like
Right. It's better to cheat on your wife because you don't have to, when you have your
Hey,
side chick, you
somebody
ain't got
mute
to
his
mess
mic.
with
He
her all
wilding.
the time.
Nah,
But
somebody
if
Thank
you're in
mute
a
his
you.
mic.
polygamist, you got a duty
Yeah.
to, you got like a schedule, you know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
why I advise a man, don't be a polygamist, get your wife and cheat on her, and then you can mess with the side chick
Damn. Damn.
whenever you
Somebody
Oh
can.
mute
You
his
get what I'm
hey,
mic.
come
saying?
on, man. We can't be
Mute his
promoting
mic.
this, man. Come
Why
on.
not?
Dude,
You get what I'm saying?
You
Hey,
bogus as hell.
you know what I'm saying?
So
Like, listen,
wait.
I
Real
don't listen.
quick. I just want to
I
say this
believe in
real quick, and then
marriage.
I'm gonna go on mute. Right.
I believe in marriage,
So
man.
what the brother
Nah,
just said.
if you
Right.
just be polygamous, don't
There's a
laugh to her.
difference.
Let her know, man.
There's a
Can I say
difference
something,
in
please?
these places culturally, right? Like culturally, at least in America, right? Like Western society, it is literally illegal to have, like the Mormons, white polygamous people, right? Like that lifestyle is actually not recognized in American culture, right?
Oh,
So
I understand and respect that, but the issue for us as Black people to rejuvenate and to recover, the issue is the social
our
economic
population as
dynamic
well,
that has
right?
been imposed on us now has made having plural marriages a problem. And the reason why I want to revert to that in the sense that I'm not saying you should marry, you marry your first wife, of course. I think there should be rules on like maybe 5 to 10 years. You should marry a woman because maybe there's a child involved, something
now
to
sis,
recruit,
I'm
to keep maintain some sense in the community. I'm not saying you
now
should
hold on,
marry.
sis. You cut me off,
Let
right?
her
But
finish.
I'm gonna
Let her
go back
finish.
on
Let the
mute.
woman talk. Wall Street. Let her talk.
Hold on. She
Yeah,
cut me
let
off.
her finish, man.
He
Just
talk
let
more
her
than the
finish.
women
God
today.
damn,
Wall Street, you talk
we
more
got
than the
90
women.
dudes
It's
up here,
very
man. God
cringy.
damn,
Just let the women speak.
You got it.
can we
You got it.
Let this sister finish. Go ahead.
No, the reason why I said not just to marry a 10 and marry another 10. You have your family 5-10 years, let the wife mature, and then the women of the community, help you select the men, or help, because this woman, maybe her husband died, child died, she can't have children, whatever the case may be. But again, to keep the community cohesive from that level. But we lost that, again, adapting a European style of marriage. And that's why I wanted to talk to my sister V,
No, that's not true.
who's from Africa
No,
itself.
can I, yeah,
She's speaking with you.
I would like to answer your question if they would let me, because it's
But
Yes,
y'all
everybody's,
cut
thank
me
you.
off though. Can I
I mean,
finish my point?
I want to hear
Yeah, can we let this go
regarding
around
Lovely.
because people
polygamy
are just
in
holding on.
Africa, you have to, the man can't just get up and say, oh, I want another wife and that's it. There's rules and how you go about it. And it does happen in a traditional sense and sometimes in religious sense. That's one of our brothers is saying in Islam. But in Africa, the rules are very strict. A man to take 2 wives, you have to prove you can take care of them. You have to.
Correct.
You have to be
Correct.
able to you have to be able to support them. You have to be able to prove that you would take care of your children. So in
Yes,
certain
exactly.
societies, can I finish, please?
Yeah.
In certain societies in Africa, you will find that the polygamous men were rich, wealthy men that they could take
Correct.
care of these women, because no family wants their child to go into a polygamous marriage whereby the man is just not going to be taken care of it. In my culture, anyway, in a kind culture, because in a kind is the woman that choose the husband.
Now
You
can I
choose
ask you
your
a quick
husband.
question?
Oh, can I finish, please?
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
ask me when
Yes,
I'm
ma'am. I'm
done.
sorry.
Okay, is the woman that chooses in our culture is the woman that chooses the husband. In other places, they've turned it around and it's the man choosing, and they go around and they pick as many women as they can, and they cannot take care of them. You know, you mentioned about Islam. You go to certain societies within Islamic community. The men have got so many wives they can't even take care of
Not long
themselves.
she's gonna go into Islam. Why
Yeah,
would you
you
go
brought
into
it up.
Islam?
That's why I'm pointing you out. You don't want to hear it,
They are
then.
not the one doing
You
prostitution
brought
in
it
Ivory
up.
Coast, right?
I think you spoke more than everyone. Next now, please.
Hold on. She made a good point, right? And I want to
Yeah, she made the point I made. I
want to
was making the point,
ask
then she
from,
distracted me. But
hold
yeah,
on, brother.
go on.
Real quick. I'm going to be short, right? I'm quick. Ask my wife, right? So I want to ask the sister, right? She made the point that wealthy men typically were polygamous and could provide for all these women. Now, what I'm asking her is, right? And I want to preface where I'm coming from, because in America, they say, oh, that's just a norm over there. But is it more monogamous with people who aren't extremely wealthy, the common man? I want to get an understanding of that. That was my question, sister.
No, I mean, I can only speak of my culture. In my culture, for
That's what
instance,
I'm
in
asking.
Akan,
I'm with you.
yeah, in our kind culture, if the man is wealthy and they know, the family knows that he can take, some of my uncles were polygamous. They were Christians, but they were polygamous. They married 2 wives and they were capable to take care of those women and their
But
children.
wait, sister,
So
I'm
if
asking
he
about
goes
the
to the
average guy, right? Like, I
the
understand your
average
point.
guy in our culture, the average guy, some of them did, but it was a struggle for them because they were always struggling to take care of the women and the
So
children.
it was more
But
of the norm. It was more of the norm for guys with an average amount of wealth to be more monogamous. Because in America, the story is always
Man,
all the
goddamn,
African
Will.
men
I
have
don't,
30
Will.
wives.
You just like to hear yourself talk,
Yeah,
Will.
Will like to hear himself talk, man.
All jokes aside,
He really like to hear
I
himself
really want
talk,
to
man.
answer that question. All jokes
Oh my
aside, Dinus,
God.
it's a legitimate question because I'm
I
saying,
mean, God.
Man, I'm gonna take my time and make it short. Let me tell you about America. Yeah, he like to hear himself talk.
I don't know, man.
Don, can I say
no,
something?
Dinus,
I ain't
I'm
saying
polygamy,
saying
no.
Let me pass
with
it to
polygamy is
Rock.
regards
Go
to
ahead,
how
accepted.
many
go
black
ahead, Rock.
Let
Americans
this go
have
around now,
Polygamy,
please.
wives.
You need to go around.
polygamy. It is accepted in African culture.
Right.
No, you already
The law of
spoke. I
women
had enough
live
of
like
listening to you
that.
now.
It's not a
So I guess I'm
problem.
asking, how does
But we,
monogamy play in?
as I said, in my culture, the man has to prove he's capable of taking care of those 2 women,
Correct.
because otherwise, no family is going to encourage their daughter to go into
That
it.
for sure
So
doesn't
they just
work
see
Correct.
anymore.
yourself
That doesn't
struggle.
work anymore. That's
All
not
right,
So
true.
let
I'm
me pass the
asking,
mic to
are the
Tark. Let me pass the mic
average
to Tark.
men
Go ahead, Tark.
more
Go ahead, Tark.
monogamous?
Go ahead, Tark.
Yeah. I'm just like to say something real quick. Michelle, that's great and and beautiful and everything, but I think that's past tense right now. Let me
Okay.
tell you what happened to real quick. Let me tell you what happened to when I was young. Somebody I used to date, sister, was married to a Muslim dude. He had 4 wives, right? I think that's what that's allowed, but he had 4 wives. One of the wives, this happened in Brooklyn. One of the wives was so upset because she wasn't being paid attention to. Her and her children wasn't being paid attention to. She went on a roof, and you guys can look it up. She went on a roof and threw off all the children off the roof except one. Right, one she couldn't fight off to be thrown off the roof.
But they weren't
Right,
legally married, right?
legally married. No, this bro, she's Muslim. You could have 4 wives.
If it's in Brooklyn, no, you can't. I don't care if you Muslim, Mormon, whatever you want to
We
be.
know that, but
We know that, bro. But you know what I mean, bro. You know that.
What Mike? Will, so like Muslims, they don't get legally married, Will,
Got
at
you.
all.
Right.
That was my question.
No.
Simple
Yes,
answer.
Dennis is right. Dennis is right.
Yeah, they're not going to the
It's more
court system,
traditional.
Will. So
Hey man,
Yeah.
I want to hear the story about the chick killing kids off the building,
go
man.
ahead,
Come
Tark.
on,
Well,
bro.
can I finish?
Really just side
No,
busting
please, let's
now.
be
Were they
explicit now,
legally
please.
married?
Can I finish?
Go ahead, Tarka.
Yeah, go on,
Right.
brother.
So she threw the children of them off off the roof. And when I asked the girl that I was dating, I said, "What the fuck happened? Why did she happen?" She told me exactly what happened. She was being neglected, and she feel her children was being neglected. I mean, he was financially paying for everything, but he wouldn't see her. You see what I'm saying? He wouldn't see her.
He's
All right.
fucking
So she
crazy.
felt that way. So that's why I'm saying that it'll be hard for this is before we got into slavery and all that shit. Probably could have happened, but it's real hard for it to happen now. That's all I'm saying.
It's happening a lot
She
in
was just
Africa.
not mentally stable, brother.
Hey,
All right, okay,
Frenchie.
thank you.
Hey, Frenchie XO. Frenchie XO. I see your profile pic. I see you thirst trapping in that skirt, young lady. Frenchie XO 7615.
So let me
Yeah.
ask, is monogamy a
Yeah,
thing
put
at all
on
in
up there.
Africa?
Let her advertise. I see you up there with the braids, with the attachments. I see you,
Uncle,
Frenchie.
can I speak now?
Is monogamy a thing at all in Africa?
Oh God, are you still going? So yeah, polygamy is
Go
in
ahead,
Africa.
man.
Very, yeah, thank you.
We gotta go. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Polygamy, Dynasty is right.
Just
Polygamy is not legal in Africa. It's not something you do like what you do over here. Go to the registry. So men are allowed to have, like 3 wives. But according to Islam, you have to look after this wife equally. You have to share the love equally. Everything have to be done equally. And some of us, we're married and we grew up in polygamy family. So it's not like a big deal. In fact, most countries in the world, like Africa and Asia and Middle East, they still practice polygamy and correctly. And to say the woman that threw her kids on the roof, that could have happened in any circumstances, not because they're in a polygamous family. Because in the UK here we had couples who kill their children, when they're actually single. So it's all dependent on the man. If you're not capable of looking after multiple wives, don't marry them. Basically, that's what it says as a Muslim in the Quran.
She was just mentally unstable. That ain't got nothing to do with polygamy. She's just
That's
crazy.
why I chose to have one wife.
So
let me read this super chat. Andre Miller 1566. Thank you for $2 holla. Most men in the Bible actually have multiple wives.
I think polygamy will work better in Africa where it's slow paced.
Yeah.
In America, it's fast paced, and you got to be able to make like 200-300, like 300,000. You know what I'm saying? In New York, it might be a little more, but I think Africa you can do it more because it's slower paced. It's slower paced, and then you can just do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You can get a house built. You can get a compound in a little area. And just build 2 houses for like 60 or 80,000. It don't even have to be nice houses. So, and on top of that, if you go in the village area, that away from the city, it's even easier. In America, it's hard. But to get back, to the original topic, what we were saying about, like the, thing that people saying like the guy is so bad, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you can put all of that on the guy, but the women was willing participant. If you're gonna say the only thing he did wrong was record him, you know what I'm saying? Then the question be, how many did he get? How many people he was allowed to, just like how you said it, Diners, how you do it? Me no speak that good English.
Excuse me. You want to come to my house? You want to come with me? You live here?
You go now? You go now? You go now?
I'm more concerned with the married woman. How can a married woman get married?
But I think the Islamic culture in that sense it makes sense because why? The ladies they are not. Let me finish. If let us say for example you are rich, you have a wife, right? You have probably a 2 or 3 years difference, and she's old, right? And you're not getting the sex that you want. You're going to end up being Epstein 5. Like most of these old guys in New York right now, they find out saying Jeffrey Epstein 5 because they have no options, right?
Yeah.
So giving you option to marry 2 or 3 wives, and it makes sense because if you are in your 40 or probably both of you are in your 50. What are you gonna do with 50-year-old lady? Come on.
What do that got to do with Islam, though?
You have all that
polygamy's
money.
in traditional culture, bro. Y'all just be trying to push our goofy agenda, man.
You're not getting it,
All right.
the
You push
sexual pleasure that you
push
need to
religion,
get.
man.
You should marry legally, right?
Nobody trying to
It
hear
makes
nothing about
sense.
no Islam, man.
Wait,
Can,
we
can I
do
ask a
No,
understand
clarifying
that
but
there
we're
are a
just
lot of
saying.
50,
Yeah, but
there's
it's
a
you
lot
don't
of
gotta put the
50-year-old
Islam in
women
because
that
it's
look
in the
good.
traditional cultures. Like it's
We do
nonsense.
understand that there's a lot of 50-year-old women that look good, right?
Also, yes, I agree.
Can I ask
Go ahead, Miss Michelle. Go ahead, Miss Michelle.
my issue with plural marriage? The reason why I'm saying that, if the woman felt that their prospects for marriage within their society was going to be compromised, I don't think it would have been as easily persuaded by this white dude. Because again, what plural marriages allowed, it allowed a woman to understand that I have some level of option. Because you in Africa, per my understanding, because I went to school with young ladies whose mothers were second or third wives, but in African context, their fathers was at a wealthy state, and because the mothers, quote unquote, kept themselves pure and right, they were able to get married. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
I do, but Michelle, think about it like this though. Like, think about the chicks in Kenya. Like, you just got to be there to see it. Like, even though with my American accent, you still gonna get the heads turned. When I'm telling you, when they see goddamn NGO Brad walk in, these chicks are damn near knees knocking like they about to pee on themselves. Like they thinking. Like they're thinking, like, okay, I did my mama proud by like getting this pink. Like, and the women, the mothers over there promote this. Like the parents promote this. If you see a white man, you hunt him like grass cutter in the bush. You get what I'm saying? Like you run him
He's not
down.
marrying you. He's just getting his
They operate
But
like
this
that
is the
over here in
thing,
the
though.
States,
Hold
though.
on for a second. Let me finish this last point, y'all. The thing of it is that even if he's not, if he gets her pregnant and he like her good enough, if he sends her $25 to $30 a week, you know what I'm saying? That's their income for the month. That's monthly income. So they don't have to be married. Those remittance, most Africans live off remittance. You know what remittance is, right, Miss Michelle?
Yes, of course. Yes.
So if you can get a white man, you know what I'm saying, if she gonna bust it open and get real sloppy, nasty, you know what I'm saying, in that Swahili style, which is Swahili for doggy style, you get what I'm saying? If she gonna bust it open like that and get her to send her $30 or $40, maybe get her a new phone, she has hit the goddamn Caucasian Caucasus lottery.
Legal marriages.
Right? They don't have to be married. If he's gonna send, think about it like this: he just sending her $30-$40 away so she can put that Coot de Kente on layaway, so that box can be on layaway for when he come back, and she gonna treat him like he Denzel Washington. That's $30 or $40.
So
That's taking care of the whole
here's
house.
the other side of that, right? In terms of Western culture, monogamous marriages and things like that, right? This one woman has autonomy. So if that man gets sick or something happens, she has autonomy over controlling where the funding goes and where the money goes and whatnot. Like, that is a difference. And the reason I was asking that question, it was a legitimate question, because many Black American men preface like, oh, everybody in Africa is polygamous, right? Every dude in Africa
No, that's
got
wrong. That's
12
wrong.
wives.
That's
right?
No, that's not true.
That is
man.
1,000% not true.
Willie,
that's
what
it's
I'm
not
saying,
true,
You
man.
just
You
be making up stuff as you go. The further your conversation, you'll just make up some shit, Willie.
Let me land,
Yeah.
bro. What I'm saying,
You off the tarmac. You at the grass.
Hold on, let me land, right? I'm saying for
No,
American
you already
Black
a long
men
time ago,
who
man.
haven't gone to the continent, right? Who have never seen anything on the continent. When these conversations come around, and especially more than anything, the polygamy conversation, the conversation becomes basically all African men have 2 or 3 wives.
No, Willie, man, stop that shit. Hell no.
I'm being
I ain't
real.
never. This the first time I ever heard that before, and I had plenty of conversation with people that ain't never been to Africa. You be making up stuff, Willie.
No, wait, I'm talking about the American male.
Yes,
perception.
Willie, we
We're
American.
talking about American
You done said it 4 times.
Just because you said it 4 times, you're not Candyman, Willie.
I mean, it's a fact, though.
No, it's not a fact.
That's why.
That's your subjective opinion,
So wait,
brother.
that's why
Can
my
you move the mic?
question was.
Can you move the mic,
That's
please?
why my question was: what is the reality of monogamy in Africa? right?
It's
I'm telling you.
it's no reality.
Asking that question in the first place,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Wall Street,
So I wasn't wrong.
was because the
What?
purpose of it, because I didn't want us to take us too tangent, was to tie into this conversation about the Russian man and how he's exploiting women. But when we had set systems to protect women was through the angle of marriage.
But polygamy, but the women that was cheating, that a contingent of them were married. So them be having multiple wives, that don't mean anything. They don't respect the marriage institution, obviously. So.
But then another fact, another socioeconomic factor is that at one point, because the man was so wealthy, the woman was independently able to have her own, how should I say, some level of her own, like farming or some level of independence. So she didn't have, because I think one picture I saw of and cut, the lady was a hotel worker possibly. So again,
yeah, she was in there bringing towels and soap. Listen, these women are just like American. When these women don't want to farm, they don't want to get out there in the hot ass sun with them gangster mosquitoes out there. They ain't with that shit no more. They ain't with that village. Like these girls are running from the village.
We being honest,
they get to the city. Goddamn, Willie, can I get 6 words out my mouth?
Talking, bro.
Bro, I ain't talking much. Willie, hey, Willie, I tell you what, Willie, take a consistent. And if I talk more than you, I'll give you $1,000 right now. But you can go around the panel and ask anybody, who talk more than you. Anybody talk more than you, Willie? You talk the most, bro. And you interrupt everybody when they're talking. But go ahead, I'll let you talk though. Go ahead, Willie.
He never stopped talking. He just talk.
What I'm
Thank
saying
you.
is like,
this guy is annoying, man.
Oh my God, talk. Yeah, everybody give me the floor. Let him talk.
What I'm saying is this whole
Because
you're
he's
saying
only,
I'm out here promoting polygamy. That's not what I'm promoting. I'm promoting stability in our community, whether we like it or not. I've had to learn the hard way. You can't control a man like in certain aspects. So you, as a woman, may have to be upfront and say, "Okay, this is what's going to happen. These are my rules, and we're going to have to come together as a sisterhood and run it."
Sister Michelle,
No, but it don't got nothing to do with the man though. The females are just thirsty.
There are women like
my
you
wife could
that would
control
accept,
me.
they would accept that the man have 2 wives, and often even sometimes they will ask the first wife, and the man have to get an understanding from the first wife, and if she said yes, they go ahead and take a second wife or a third. But the question is,
Mika, I saw your message. You're not gonna be the third wife. Don't worry about that, yeah.
Hey, V, where y'all con women? Where
No, I'm
area do
talking to Mika. I
y'all?
said she's not gonna be the third one.
Where area are y'all in Ghana, Miss V?
They're everywhere in Ghana.
I understand that. I understand. I'm saying, where the majority? What area?
Majority will be in about five regions in our account. Will be about 5 because the majority in the country. So
what about in Kumasi? What about in Kumasi?
Yeah, that's their capital. Kumasi is the capital of the.
Okay, gotcha. See, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I think I need to wrestle. with me a cunt chick. Yeah,
you have to go to. I need to. Listen.
I need to throw my cell phone in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Just paint yourself white.
No, go to the home.
It don't take no more than 60 Ghana CDs.
All over the place,
bro.
No, it don't take more than 60 Ghana CDs.
I know it's a joke, brother.
This whole one wife thing, I don't really support it. That's why a lot of men suffering from prostate cancer now. You get one wife, you got all that money, you can't. Come on, that's why people getting prostrate. You see all these people are hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. You need at least 2 or 3 wives.
Wait, what? Wait. Say that again.
If you have money, if you can take care of them, why not?
Hey, dude, buddy is here.
Socially, emotionally. If you're a man who can't do, like the late man said, you can't take care of her socially, emotionally, then you got to leave that alone.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, sister, let me tell you this, right? If you have a lady, she already have a bunch of kids for you, and she's old, right? And you want to have that, you have that sexual desire. What are you going to be doing? Keep her in your house as an old furniture? You need another one that can keep you moving.
But guess
otherwise
what?
you get prostate cancer.
The new set of wife is going to most likely going to have more children. Are you going to be able to take care of that set of children? Are they going to become a competition?
But that's what I'm saying. If you can afford it, I'm not saying if you cannot afford it. But if you have all the money, like someone like Biggie, his wife is complaining that he gave me sexual transmitted disease. If he was in Africa, he would get a lot of wives.
So now, my brother,
you're not supposed to be staying with that old lady
but my
alone.
brother, you gotta realize in America, right?
Yeah,
If you
I
want to
agree with you.
provide well for your children, right? Like college right now is
Oh
damn
my
near 60
God, man.
grand.
God damn, man.
Man,
I
You
don't think
framing
about no
everything
goddamn
to in
college, man.
America
I'm gonna give him a name in a minute.
too.
I'm gonna
Like,
From what
find a
I'm
name for
being,
him.
maybe I'm
It's,
being
it's
too
gonna be
adult.
Misha.
Maybe I'm
It's
being too
Misha, not
adult.
Mika. Misha. You know.
Her name
So.
Michelle. It's Michelle.
I'm saying here in America, right? To
Oh
put one
man,
child.
we heard you, bro. We heard you. We heard you,
I didn't
bro.
even make the point yet,
Yeah,
bro. This
I
one I
know,
didn't
but
make
we
yet.
already heard you.
And you don't
America,
want to just
college.
live here.
Yeah.
You just
God
want to go
damn,
bone
bro.
chicks in Ghana. I get it. You know
Hey,
what I mean? But
Willie, I got 60 Gunna CDs. I'm trying to put the word out in
chill,
Kumasi.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? You talking
But I
about college
also
and
want to
shit,
have
man.
the adult conversation too,
Man,
bro.
it ain't no adult. This is adult conversation. I got 60 Gunna CDs, and I'm ready. I'm perspirating.
But
it's
you
not
know,
Go ahead, Willie,
gonna
man.
happen
may
in
I say
America,
something?
Willie. The females in America is not going for it anyways, for the most part. So and it's
Yeah,
illegal.
the
So
reason why they're not going
America shouldn't even be
because
brought
of
up.
Christianity,
But
and
it's
like
not even
Afro Man
about that
said,
though. Like when the
the white
sister
man has
talked
set the
about being
rules. They
able to
have made
take
the
care of
rules
these
and
children,
how wealth is
right?
distributed and created.
When the
Yeah, of
sister
course,
talked
but
about,
these females in America, they for
hold
themselves.
on, when my
They not for no
That's
community
how
for real.
America
So
made
it's a
when
us
waste
to
of
my
be.
time.
con
That's how
sister
we are to
talked
be. When you go
about
to
being
work,
able
we
to
say
take
if I
care
was
of these
working a
children.
farm, I can feed more than one person. Do you understand the game that's been played? I mean, I don't want to go into that
Nah,
dynamic.
I agree with
So
you,
that
but
was where I was
because from a
going with it,
conceptual
right?
standpoint, they not finna entertain it because they selfish. They don't care. They don't care
But why
about
are we
us, the
selfish?
community, or
We're
nothing.
selfish because how the society has made us.
I know, I agree, but
No,
that
it's not about
programming,
how
you're not
society has
finna stop
made
that
us.
program. It's from an adult. If
Hey,
you want to
hey,
stop,
hey, hey, Miss
if you want
Michelle,
to reprogram something, it got to be your children.
So
let
what
me
the
say something, Miss
con
Michelle. The
sister said
problem in the
about
United
these men
States is
being
that
able to
when
take
you
care
make
of
a
their
lot of
babies.
money or a lot of
Understand in
cash,
America
that takes
right
a lot
now,
of work out you. You know what I'm saying? So to
60,000
try to deal
a
with two
year,
kids or two wives, that's
depending
hard to
on a
do when you're
university, a
working hard like
semester.
that. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to.
60,000.
What are you
How many
talking about,
Do
dudes
you
Willie?
got?
not hear a dude talking, bro?
Yeah, I'm talking, right? So,
Bro,
so
God
what?
damn, bro. Ain't nobody talking to you. We having a conversation with
Come
Miss
on,
Michelle.
bro.
Miss Michelle, if the problem is in America that if you making 200 to 300, most people that's making in that range of 200 to 300,000 a year, most of them like me, I'm damn doing like it's 16 hours a day. You get what I'm saying? Like to make that type of money legit in America, if you're not in the even the guys in the tech field, they're
Not
working
me.
16 hours. Of course you are, Willie. You the exception and nigga. You the Django. You get what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
You the
but I ain't
exception and
making that
Negro.
much.
I
I'm doing
got you,
$130.
Willie. Willie, okay, I got you, bro. Just wait. You can tell us
I
about
got
how
you.
exception in your life is in a second.
That's smart. You know that's you said the N word.
Well, then I said Negro. I said you the exception and
But
Negro.
before that, you said
No, I did not. I know.
What
Listen,
is
I
$2
know
for the
about your
tariff?
tariffs.
I'll pay
So,
my brother
the
tariff.
bigger question for me
It's
is, as
$2.
Black people, this
$10.
situation with the Russian man coming into
Oh,
our
nah, I ain't
society,
paying
number
your 10.
one.
You got
Well,
to
let
pay.
the lady speak, Willie. Yeah, but come on. This
Good
guy just
Lord,
talking.
Michelle. So if you're making that much money, you're working 16 to 18 hours a day. So the polygamy in America, for that to happen, most of the time you're going to get that if you're some type, I ain't going to say it's a cult, or, when that Dr. York thing was going on and they was in there with the pyramid, black folks,
Yada.
Negroes, like it was easier then. But if it's just one-on-one, like the do two households, unless you're going to find two women that's, don't want to be supported on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, I think it's easy to get polygamy out of Islam chicks. You get what I'm saying? In America than it is to get regular Black women. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Perfect.
harder to do over here because, you know what I'm saying, that time you spending at work it's not easy to make that type. Once you get out there and you're able to make that type of money, you're not going to stop. So just like me, I'm going to work myself to death. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I back off how am I gonna get another chance to make that type of money? Is it worth relaxing? Is it worth coming home and, you know what I'm saying, being up in a chick face all the time and, you know what I'm saying, running around doing that? Like it's one of those things where you have to take that, you have to put it in two hands to be like, am I gonna work the shit out myself so my kids are straight, they got college funds, you know, so they can get cars when they 16 to 18, or do I be around them all the time talking about Jesus will provide and we just gonna trust in the Lord and everybody struggles, we just gonna have faith. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of times with black people, the most religious black people you want to see in Africa, in America, are broke people.
So
you got some of the go to Nigeria, you'll see some of the most brokest. I'm telling these chicks out there walking those dirt roads in the rain with their toes out, going to give their last 1,000 to 500 naira to a preacher.
Let me pass the mic to Mika. We got a new person. Go ahead, Mika. Don't interrupt, Mika. Go ahead, Mika.
I've got a question. Do you know why Western societies are not tribalistic, but Africa and the Middle East are tribalistic? And we deal with a lot of clan disputes because of generational dysfunction created by polygamy. Polygamy breeds tribalism and clanism. So that's the reason why Africa and the Middle East are tribalistic, but the West is not. Because the West, when they Christianized, they banned polygamy.
Agree.
And Christianity is the reason why these females get dropped off by Russian dudes.
Right.
So.
What an absolute
We talking about
nonsense.
Russian dude, then you talking about
Nah, she's 100% right. Like one of the things that
But I
makes
know she
America
ain't.
No, that's not true. That's
one
not
of the
true.
things that
That is
makes
not true.
America better than any country y'all
Oh,
come from,
can
right?
you, Mrs.
Is the
Willie, can you let
culture of
someone else speak?
monogamy. The culture
Bro, get
of
out of here with
monogamy.
that.
Hold on. The culture of monogamy does benefit
This
generational
man.
wealth. You're
The
talking
women in
one woman.
Africa that you're talking about, they're consuming Western media. That's not Christianity. That's liberal
You
Western values.
contradicting
That's
yourself. You
secular
contradicting
What are you
yourself.
talking about?
You
You
contradicting
doing
That's,
This
yourself.
is
Stay where you
absolutely
was, sis.
garbage.
let me say what I have to
You
say.
said,
That's
hold on.
liberal Western
Hold on.
She sounds
values,
Kenyan.
No,
Are you from Kenya?
secularism.
she was
Are you from
right
Kenya?
when
Anything,
she said
the
what she
reason that
said originally.
No,
America,
let her talk. Let her talk. Go ahead, Mika.
the reason that America has this problem with the 304 culture is precisely because you've departed from more conservative values. You've embraced more liberal, secularist values. That's not Christianity. The LGBT and the sexual revolution is what's created. Feminism, that's what's created. Those are not Christian values. I'm sorry. So that's being exported into Africa. So if you're quote, for me, I think in future, the danger is going to be Western Pan-Africanists. Because if you're promoting polygamy, essentially, you're keeping us a tribalistic culture. Tribalistic cultures are
We're
very
not
hard to
promoting
unite.
polygamy.
Look, they're very hard to unite. They're more susceptible to like civil wars and so on. Because you've got younger men not getting married early. Because the older men have the monopoly on the wives. Now it becomes about access. To have women, it becomes a competition. And then you're having children, 3 or 4 women that has 5 or 6 kids who are in contention with each other. Guess what? That passes on to their descendants. Eventually you have a clan. Now you have a tribe. These people hate each other, but they're genetically related. They're genetically the same. Look at Africa. All the tribes that hate each other actually have the same ancestors. They're
But
genetically
sister,
the
that's
same.
not the reality.
Yeah,
No.
Mika,
Yeah,
you got
See,
to
I don't
I'm
know what
telling
she's
you.
talking
nonsense.
about.
That's
She's
nonsense. The
Nigerian.
most
Why don't you
conservative, the
go
most
take it off?
conservative
Speak
group
for a second.
of
Yeah,
Europeans in
Americans. What
American
are you going to
history.
tell me about
The
tribalism and
the the
That
polygamy?
we're
most
not
the
gonna
most
talk.
conservative
But
Europeans
that
in
wasn't
American
correct.
history sexually assaulted women at
She is absolutely
just historical
freaking
paces. So what are you
rubbish.
What
talking
does
about?
that have
You
to do
sound
with anything
crazy.
that I'm saying, though?
You are
Because you
absolutely
said it's
rubbish.
Where you
conservative
wrong?
values
Where
that's
you
causing the
wrong, Mika?
promiscuity. No, it's not.
You're not making no sense.
So I want
Promiscuity
to
has
speak.
been since America's inception. So you just sound dumb.
No,
Well,
no,
no,
no.
that's not
America
true. That's
now is
not
not going
true.
to be the same as
Hold
it
on,
was in the
sister.
60s and 70s. Be honest with
I
yourself.
want to
Nah,
speak
Ever
to
where
what
since
you
you're
what
from,
you had
saying,
the
Mika?
right?
Where you
feminist
from, Mika?
revolution, the sexual
Conservative values
revolution.
Hold
had
on.
left. Conservative values had already left in the 70s. The
Hold on. Hold
60s,
on. Hold
people
on.
had conservative values, but again, that's not going to stop the promiscuity because
That
you have
happened
people.
because of the sexual revolution
You
and the
had hundreds of
feminism.
people
Hold
that
on.
were
What are you
still having
talking
children
about?
outside of their
Neither one of
marriage.
y'all are
It
dealing
wasn't no
with the
different.
cause
What about the
You know
Russian? What about the Russian
what
She
guy?
you
just
know what
comes
I
to
mean
push.
with
She just comes to push her cracker
you
loving
know
European loving Christianity
They
agenda,
are
man.
ignorant. They are ignorant. No, you're ignorant.
She's probably a bed winch right now to
Yeah,
a
you're
cracker.
ignorant.
Nah,
She's
chill.
probably a bed winch right now to a cracker.
Chill,
Hey,
bro.
she probably got a
So,
picture of Jesus in
the
her
reality,
bathroom on the
right,
wall.
of
You know what I'm
what
saying? A calendar. She probably got a
She
white
probably with
Jesus
Bartholomew
I
right
think
calendar.
it's
now with her
very
cracker
sad.
loving self.
I think it's very
304
sad.
culture in
I think it's
America.
very sad to have men being this uncivilized and
Hey,
just
Right.
I
and
watched
improper.
these on
I think it's
Jesus.
very sad.
Hey,
And I
I
feel
like
that
these
Black American
Go to
men,
Brad
young
we
then,
need
lady.
man.
to do
Go to
better
Hey,
than
Brad
being this
channel.
let
I'm
uncivilized.
African.
No,
me
you can't
talk.
be this
Go ahead, Mika.
uncivilized. I'm sorry.
I'm
I feel
African, by
sorry
the
for
way. I'm
you.
not
Like
Black
it's so
American.
bad.
Dennis,
You
can I
know,
I'm
just
African, by the
that's
way.
your
You
She's
know.
culture. You're
Jamaican.
degenerate.
She's
Dennis,
Nigerian. Why don't you go take care of your skin? Then you can talk to
Dennis,
Nah,
people like that.
she ain't
Dennis,
Can I
Nigerian. She
respond to
East
the sister?
African. That's why I know
But she Nigerian.
she be sucking for money.
Wait,
Oh,
no,
don't
no,
say that. That's
listen,
not nice.
listen. No, that's
Don't
not
say that.
nice. You know, that is really not nice thing to
Don't
say.
say
That's
that.
I mean,
rude.
I mean, I think if you're
She,
African,
I know
look,
how you got your passport.
if you're an African
Don't
woman,
say
if you're an
that. Don't
African,
say
bro.
that.
if
Hey,
you're an
guys,
That's
African
let
rude,
woman,
me
you know.
talk. Y'all,
Hold
hold on.
on,
Dennis, can I
Go
just
sister.
ahead.
support
Sister,
Mika
this
here,
is the
please?
reality.
Dennis,
Go ahead, Mika. Go ahead,
Dennis,
Mika.
No, you
let me
shut up, V. V, you
Dennis, can
shut
I?
your mouth.
Hold on. Let
I
Mika
think
talk. Go ahead,
I think
Mika.
it's very sad, and I think for African women, you have to just see the quality, the character of men. Like in America, it's very low. They are practically degenerates. I mean, just look at
I
how
am
they are talking,
African. I am
how they are
African. I'm not Black
communicating.
American.
I'm
I
That's
mean,
African. I
crazy.
am
look at how they are
African.
communicating.
Y'all,
No
let
Yeah,
Mika
American
clearly
talk.
a
man.
Western. If you're
Golly,
African, then
How
you're
they
man.
talking
westernized.
about
Because
Mika? I
I
mean,
don't
just
know
be
African men who talk to women like the way
No
you're talking.
American man.
You're
Go
You're a
ahead.
liar.
degenerates. Like you're clearly
Liar.
degenerates.
She's
I'm not
not
from
making
East
no sense.
Africa. Excuse me.
No, because
I'm not from
African
East
Giants,
men
can I
Africa.
slap the
respond
shit
to the
Oh
out.
sister?
Lord,
Hey,
man.
hey,
God,
hey.
hold on, man. Hold on. I'm removing the whole shit and let Mika talk. Y'all just get on my damn nerves. Go ahead, Mika. Shit. Go
Dinah,
ahead,
I'm
Mika.
also disappointed in you that the men in your circle they are this degenerate and uncivilized. But anyway, I was just trying to make the point that moving more towards secular and liberal values will create a more degenerate culture, and that's what you see with what's in the music, in the movies, and unfortunately, it's been exported to Africa. So I feel that some traditions in Africa that haven't been helpful, and the more we move away further from them, the better for us. And there are some things you can learn from the West. Everything in the West is not bad. One of that is that they banned polygamy very early in their societies. So they don't have this issue with tribalism, clanism. Like in Somalia, for example, Somalia is a very polygamous society. Look at the Somalis in Minnesota right now. You find that a lot of those Somali kids are very prone to joining gangs, very prone to joining to piracy because they don't have father figures. Whenever you have a society that doesn't have the father figures are absent because they're polygamous, are spread out between 3 or 4 families. There's actual documentaries that shows this. There's even research that shows that polygamy doesn't build strong and healthy and functional societies. It's like it's quantity versus quality. That's basically what I was going to say. So this is not a culture that I want promoted in Africa at all. And you see this in the Middle East. It's very hard to unite Africa because there's such these tribal identities that come from generations of polygamy that has created factions. Basically, it's building factions. That's how you're building family, using factions. So it's not good for building society. That's my point. I don't care if you disagree or how you feel about it. Thank you.
Okay.
Dennis, can I just support Mika, please, for
Yeah,
what
go
she's
ahead,
saying?
Pete. And y'all don't
Yeah, I
admit,
mean,
don't interrupt, man. I'm trying to get more sisters to participate, but y'all
yeah,
running the mouth more than the sisters.
yeah.
Let the sister
Let
go.
them talk. Man,
Yeah,
go
let
ahead,
me
V.
finish. Let me just
Sister
finish
go.
now. I mean, I think Mika is right that, a woman come here to speak her point of view and you all start making derogatory remarks about her. That is wrong. And she's right on that. She also got a point in what about polygamy? In a polygamy can also create dysfunction because there's a lot of dysfunction in polygamy, as there is dysfunction in monogamous relationship as well. But polygamy is more destructive because if you have about 2, 3 wives, there's often a lot of competition between the wives. They are competing for the man's attention. They are competing for maybe resources and all the rest of it. And then you have a situation whereby it sort
That's
of
what I said.
transports on.
Can I come
Can
after?
I
Because I come from a
finish? Can
polygamous
I
No,
family,
finish?
don't
I'm
please.
cut her
speaking.
off. I want to hear what she's saying. Don't cut her off.
And then you have a situation whereby it just transports itself onto the children. And there is a lot of competition within the children. Yes, there is a lot of bad sides about polygamy. But because it's culturally accepted or religiously accepted in Africa, people tend to close their eyes. Well, don't tend to pay much attention. So, oh well, that's what it is. No, it's not right. You have a situation whereby a lot of men are taking a lot more women, more than 2, 3, 4. Oh, my culture allows it, my religion allows it, and they cannot take care of their children. And you go into these societies. I mean, there's a lot of poverty in Africa, but you go into these communities and you see a double the poverty there, because you have women having 5 children, 6 children, and the one man is end up with about 20 more children. You know,
Actually, sorry,
and
let me
even
just
sometimes,
interject. I'll tell you
even
something.
sometimes
Right now, I'm
the
having to
rich
support my
men, they
cousin.
even
Right now, I'm having to support my cousin. She's married to a polygamist. He's got like 3 wives, and from each
yeah,
wife, he's
there's
got
a
about
lot of
5 or 6.
poverty
He's
in
got
there.
about 6 or 7 kids. None of them are educated.
I
So
mean, you
having
should
to
have been the
support.
fourth
That's what I'm
I'm
then. You
saying.
having
should
to
have
You
joined
support
know,
her and been the
my
fourth
one
wife.
cousin. I'm having to support my one cousin and all her kids to get them educated, because their father just won't do it, because he's spread too thin between the different 3 wives. He's in the
yeah.
village. He's got nothing, and it's just so stressful. I even had to relocate to come to the
He's in
US.
Western
I
society,
even had to
correct?
relocate to come to the US to be able to support some of my extended family.
US,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
And
Which is
you know
very
one thing that
stressful.
also happened is, if the women are competing, so they bring the women competing within those
So
families
dysfunctional.
also bring a lot of distraction. It's very chaotic. It
Even
can be very
witchcraft. Like
chaotic
she
in
would
there.
even go and
They're
do
gonna
witchcraft.
What
She would even go.
are y'all talking about? It
She
has
would
Wait,
nothing
even
to
go
do
hold
and
with
do
on. Before you
witchcraft
polygamy.
go,
to try
right?
to.
Before you go,
That has nothing to
both
do
of
with
you
polygamy. Women
sisters,
compete. Women
both of
compete
you
regardless.
sisters
If you could
said
be in
some
the,
great
you
Yeah,
could
but
be
things,
in
in
the
the
right?
club
Just
and
be
clubs,
women
quiet.
compete.
in the
You
Hold
don't know
You
what
could
clubs,
you're
be at
a
the
talking
lot of
mall
about.
and
Just be
women
I
quiet.
got, I
compete.
got, I
It
got,
don't
I got, I
matter.
got to read these super chats.
What are
JC,
y'all
for
talking about?
$1.99 holla right
Let me
now.
go
Senior
next,
Neo
Daniel.
is with 3 wives. Amar, the boy,
Thank you.
thank you for the holla. Let Mika talk about the Russian guy. Oh, Mika, yeah,
Please,
Mika, what are your thoughts on
What
Mika.
hold on,
about the
Mika,
Russian
what are your
guy?
thoughts on the Russian guy, Mika?
I think that he's not doing anything different than what the passport bros are doing. All of it is degenerate.
I
Yeah, so
Correct.
it's
told
cool,
you.
right?
Oh, that's
I
a cop
Correct.
out
told you.
answer. That's
Like all
I
of it
told
is
she
you,
with
man.
one of
degenerate.
them, bro. She with one
She's
of
one
them.
of
I'm.
them. She's
She
one
with
of
one
Yeah,
of
them.
them.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
That
100% right,
that's a cop
right?
out
But there
answer.
She
was
Get
would.
out of
certain
here with
She
that
things that
would give
was
it. She
bullshit.
would
Yeah.
give it
All
to
of
the
it's
Russian man and
degenerate.
come and give it to the black brother. She would give it to
she's
the Russian man and come and
100%
give it to the
right.
black brother.
All of it
Exactly.
is
Of
Mika,
course,
degenerate.
bro.
Mika,
She
All
Mika,
of
with
come,
him,
it is
bro,
bro.
Mika.
degenerate.
Hey,
She's a op,
Daryl,
bro.
you
That's
can
why
see
I
the way
talk to
how
her
she
like that. She's an op,
crucified
bro.
black men, and then when it
Ayo,
came to the white
dinosaur,
men, she like,
calm
oh,
this
it's just
conversation.
another day.
I don't care about
Oh
if it's a
yeah,
white man or a
of
black man.
course
She's
you
an op,
don't.
All of it
bro.
is
She's
Of
an
Dinosaur,
course
op.
let
you
degenerate.
me
don't.
respond
You're
to
a
the
All of it.
feminist.
sister.
You're a
All of
feminist.
it
You
is, and
we can
you
tell
you
a
are the guy
feminist
who's being
woken.
very loud. You're the one who's talking
You
about
sat
framing
up
women
here.
in
You sat
Africa,
up here
and you're
and
being
talked for
very loud.
2 minutes straight
Exactly.
Dino, you
Yeah,
got to
about
go
exactly
when I
like that
dragging
same
speak.
black
Russian
men,
Go
man.
when I
called them
speak.
Just
I'm
shut
degenerate
up
and
and be
done.
everything.
quiet.
Hey,
You're
damn right, she
degenerates.
didn't
All
even
of you are
call the white
degenerates.
dude a
Let me
Even the white
degenerate,
one
respond to
is.
the
but she
All of
sister.
called
you are
black men a
degenerates.
degenerate.
Yes, you
When
are
you
a
look like
degenerate.
Latrell
Just look at how
Sprewell as a
loud you are.
female,
You're
you
not even
can't do nothing,
civil.
man.
Real quick, sister.
And you
Right?
probably got on a
To
dry,
hold on,
dusty
bro.
wig right
Hey, I want to
now.
hear
Bro,
from Willie. I
please.
want to hear from Willie. Be quiet. I want to hear
Had
from
helmets
Willie.
No,
all
you shut the
2026
Bro,
fuck
on.
up.
You shut
That's your
up. You shut
problem. You
up.
don't tell no
hold on,
man to
chill.
shut up.
Because you're
Yeah,
too
me
loud.
But
You're just
too,
it
like a
but
doesn't
chill
female.
matter.
out your
You're just like
Listen,
a
both of
I
female.
ain't
I
y'all.
don't
never,
have to
I
respect
ain't
you. You're
Hold
just
told
like a
not one
on.
female.
woman to shut
You
up
be shut
before.
up.
Come
But if
on,
you
You
want to
shut.
tell me
I'm
to
dinosaur.
shut,
telling you
shut
right
your
now
Relax.
to shut
stupid
up.
ass up.
You
You
shut
don't
up.
get no love
You
like
Dinosaur,
that.
shut
you
up.
on
I'm
mute.
telling
You
you
think
right
you
now to
someone?
shut up.
You ain't
You
nothing
talk
but an
too
average
much.
chick.
You're a guy. You
You
shouldn't
get
be
what
this
I'm saying?
emotional. You're a guy. You
Exactly.
shouldn't be this emotional. It's
Exactly. So you
ridiculous.
don't
It's
tell no
out of
man to shut
order.
the fuck up. Tell your ugly ass daddy to
You
shut
shut
the
up.
fuck
You
up.
shut up. I want to hear
You
from
shut
Willie.
up.
Be
You tell
quiet. I
the
want to
man
hear
that's
from Willie.
chasing you.
Chill.
Shut up.
There
I
Hey,
ain't
don't
nobody
want
real
to
on here
hear
quick,
from
listen,
quiet.
you.
bro.
Nobody don't
You
want
be
no
Felice,
quiet. I want
spoiled
to hear
chick.
from Willie.
hold on.
Be
Nobody
quiet.
don't
Felice,
want
bro.
no hood
Felice,
rat.
Stop
bro.
talking like
Take the
a woman.
high
That's why
You
road,
a
you need
man,
a
bro.
father
you
figure.
American
Hold on,
No,
bro.
non-hood rat.
that's
You
why
can
you
hear
need
it
a
all
father
in you.
figure.
You
You
ain't
need a
no
father.
different from a
No,
chick
no, no,
on
no. You be
Bankhead.
quiet.
You
You
ain't
be
no
quiet.
different from one
You
of them
be
But I
quiet.
don't
You
want
Chicago
to
need a
talk
chicks.
father
all the
You
figure.
ain't
No,
time.
no
you need a
different from
father
one of
Can
them
figure.
I
Detroit
respond to
chicks.
the sister,
You're
Be
Donis?
all
quiet.
off, no leggings. You're
Can
You
I
need
all
a
off,
respond to
father
the
no
sister,
figure.
leggings.
Donis?
You're out of order. You need a father
That's all
figure. Be
you is,
quiet.
chick. You know what I'm saying? And it
Yeah, I
doesn't
said I want
matter.
to hear
It
from
don't
Willie.
matter because you're just
I
a
want to hear
basic
from
chick.
Willie. I said I want to
You
hear
don't
from
make
you.
more money than me. You
Cyrus, why
just
did you
told
let them back
look,
on?
you ain't bad, you just
Hey, be
smell
quiet.
bad.
You're
You get
making
what I'm
noise.
saying?
You're making
You
noise.
don't tell no man to
You're
I
shut
can I
up.
making noise.
respond?
Shut
Hold
up.
You
on. Can
tell
I
that to your
You're
respond?
you tell
making
that to your
noise.
Yo,
literal
bro,
Be
kids. That's
quiet.
how
please,
you
bro.
talk to your
Idiot. Get
literal
off the screen. You don't
kids.
even behave
Hey,
like
You
yo,
God.
tell
Afro,
I
somebody
said I want
else.
to hear from
hey, yo,
You
Willie.
tell
Afro, can
everybody
I
else you
I
respond?
gorilla
want to
baby
hear from
mama.
Willie. Be quiet.
You gorilla bait
Be
him, mama.
quiet.
I step away to get a glass of water, and y'all, the goodness.
Y'all don't tell nobody.
Why do you bring them back on? I told you that these are degenerates.
I ain't never
Don't
told
bring them
nobody
back
to shut up.
on. I told you that these are degenerates. Don't bring them back on.
No. Bang, go ahead,
Sister, I
Bang.
want to
Go ahead,
respond to
Bang.
you, sister.
Go ahead, Bang. Go ahead, Bang.
I wanted to hear from Willie, but I'm gonna get off.
Who are you?
How's everybody?
Go ahead, Bang.
Yeah. How's everybody, man? Can you hear me, Dan?
Yeah.
Man?
Go ahead, Bang.
I come from a family.
Yes.
My grandfather
Bang,
had
what up, my
7
brother?
wives. Yeah, what's up? My grandfather had 7 wives. He had about 50, I think 50 something kids. You know, none of his kids, because they're my uncles and my father, right? None of them, and you know, daughters, my aunties as well, right? None of them are bums. None of them are bums. Majority of them are very successful. My grandfather, he makes sure each of his wife, he built a house for them. So there's somebody to come up here and say, "Oh, look at none." I mean, at the end of the day, you know, some other men abuse the system, just like some other females abuse the system as well. You know, let's be fair. Let's be fair. But let's get to this topic right here. This Russian guy in Ghana as well, right? Ghanaians, man. My God, Ghanaians, man. Woo! I never thought, man, 400 that quickly. At least today, man.
Hey, yo,
I'm gonna be Niger today, man. I'm gonna be Niger today because man, if that was in Nigeria, at least they would have got something. But those Ghanaian ladies, man, they didn't get nothing. They pay their own transportation. They pay everything to come see this white guy. And the white guy just give, go back home.
It don't take much for an African chick.
Y'all are cons, man. Ashantis, man. Wow. Why don't y'all protect your own females, man? Why do y'all allow some white guy come in here and then give y'all women, go back home? Come on, man.
Bang, you been listening, Bang?
Ghanaians, man. Hey, Lewis, man. Where Lewis at? Ashantis, man. I know the history, right?
Hey, yo, Bang,
went to
talk to me.
Burkina Faso, right? Y'all went to Burkina Faso. Ashanti men, they what was the history was they send the females to have babies with some Fulanese, right? Because you know why? Their men was short and stocky. So they wanted the
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The Fulanese, you know, features, the tall and then the handsome. You know, and then they, you know, and then also Ghana hero that they talk about. What's his name? I always forget his name, right? He didn't want their own females. You know what he did? He went to Egypt and married an Arab lady. That's kind of strange. This is the same what's going on right
Who
now.
you talking about?
One's Ghanaian. What's his name?
Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. He said, you know what? I don't want Akan's females, man. They're not attractive for me. I'm gonna
I
go
think
to
he
the
married
Arab
him
people.
for social political reasons because he wanted to unite with the Arabs.
And listen, it ended out terribly. It didn't work.
Facts. His great grandson looked like a white boy.
But anyway, let me get serious a little bit, right? I blame because you know some of us. I'm gonna be real. Some of us that live in overseas, that came from Africa, we do take advantage of this. It's like some of us cannot wait to go to December back home and sleep with a bunch of females.
Yep.
So the only difference is now it was just a white guy that took advantage of it, and then he went extreme with it. Let's be fair now. He went extreme with it. I know some people they can't wait every 2 or 3 years, man. They be like, man, I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna give me a bunch of pum. And then these men are married men. They got families as well. They go back home. By the time they leave, they probably slept with at least 100 females.
But what about the married females, bro? The married females that they slept with.
Hospital. I had a man who would go to his homeland. I'm not going to mention the country. And guess what? He was up in the hospital with an untreated STI. Okay, so that needs
yeah. They get them too.
Which one did he have, Michelle? Which STI did he have?
All the above.
All he got to do is go to Yada and get some of that miracle juice, and it cures all that symptoms.
I'm gonna end this right.
All he got to do is go to Yada.
No, Michelle is what's the other one with the locks? Shaw that be on
his name Poppy Pastor.
That's no drink water.
Yaki.
Yaki away.
Yeah, Yaki and Yada. Look, he got some stuff called apple ginger that his wife that's always holding the bottle up while she's taking care of her little kids, and it cures syphilis, AIDS, diabetes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just smart. Let me end this real quick, right? Let me
Go
end this
ahead,
real quick, right?
babe.
For them, what you call it? Them super Africans that come up here and try to protect, Christianity to the max, right? And they talk down on like other people's religion, right? These females, if I can recall, they Christians, right? We're the so-called Christian, pride and everything, right? When this white guy just walked in and just say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm from Russia." Now, boom, boom, boom. Or come sleep with me, because I know for sure if we check these females, right, these 400 females, right, none of them will be Fulani. None of them will be Fulani. It will be a bunch of Akans. A bunch of Akans that go to church on Sundays. They go to church on Sundays and say, "Hallelujah, my God. Hallelujah."
Hey, what they say, bang, bang. What they say?
You forgot what you just did.
Hold on. Bang, bang. What they say, bang. What they say, bang. What they say?
Hallelujah, man.
Jesus bless. Jesus bless. Hallelujah. Jesus.
So you see, that's the problem with some of us, right? We are so hypocrisy, man. That's the problem with us, man. We are too hypocrisy. We are too hypocrisy, man. That's the problem. That's the problem.
But hold on, bang. Sis made a valid point,
God.
right? Sis made the point that.
Not you again.
Oh my God, man.
Not you
Bro,
again,
get out of
man.
here with that sim stuff, man.
Ramble, young man, ramble.
I thought I could talk to my brother.
Ngolo, can you just speak,
Y'all
Ngolo?
didn't let
That's
me
your turn.
speak
Speak.
to the system when she made a valid
Nah.
point.
Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that simp talk.
She made a valid point, bang.
No, I mean the point.
Bang.
Sometimes
What she said was, when you talk about generational transfer of wealth, things like that, this polygamy system can be problematic. And she was right.
No, it is. Every system has a weakness. Like from my view, right?
So,
what I study, right?
But wait,
When the
bang.
May I say something, please?
Bang. Hold on,
when the
sis.
head
Hold on,
when the
sis.
head
But
dies.
bang.
No, I come from a
What
family
I
like that.
disagree
I
with.
come from a family like that.
Hold on, bang. But what I
from,
disagree with what she said was that Westerners have a culture that she doesn't want to adopt. While she was still saying that the culture of polygamy in Western culture breeds more wealth, right? Like that was wild. The reality is in America, no. Like the average black man doesn't subscribe to polygamy because our women don't, right? But the sis said that the 304 culture
Oh
comes
my God,
from.
you kidding me? 304?
Hold on, chill. Stay with me, bang.
You gotta get Wall Street
you need to
Willie
hurry up.
You
fired. You
about
gotta
to
give
say
him
some
10 minutes.
nonsense, man.
Yeah, you gotta give him 10 minutes to get it out.
Bang, I
Spit
know
it
you
out, Wall
ride with
Street.
me. I talk
What?
slow, Ashwell, chill. But
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna
the
interrupt you
sister
because you keep
said that
interrupting
the
people.
304 culture comes from.
Dennis, can you put him on the timer, please? Because this guy is just too slow.
Man, you need to
I would have
change
been
his
done if you
battery,
ain't
man. You need to
interrupt me.
change his battery, man.
I would have been done if you ain't interrupt me. I would have been
No,
done.
you
Impossible.
wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Impossible.
I would have
No,
been
you
done already.
wouldn't.
So again, what the sister said was she doesn't want to adopt a Western culture of polygamy. The reality is there is no Western culture of polygamy. The people in Western culture that subscribe to polygamy, they are so small. That population of people, it's so unbelievably small, they don't even
I
count,
did. Yeah.
right?
So
The reality
she's
is
lost.
one of the
She's lost.
reasons why, to the sister's point, massage,
Polygamy.
being a part of
Polygamy.
misogyny has
Spit
been
it out, Willie.
beneficial.
Spill it out, Willie. Spill it out.
Misogyny has been beneficial because if you look at the price of college right now, right? To her
You mean
point, to
monogamy?
her point, to her point, if you're gonna be polygamous, you gotta provide for all these kids. How many people can provide 60,000 per semester? Right? And this is what
My
I
God.
know.
Why do
My
you frame
brothers get
everything to America, bro?
Yeah.
That's why in
I know
Africa,
my brothers
men.
get uncomfortable when I bring that up.
No, it's not though. But you framing
No, we just
everything
wait
to
for you to
America,
land your
bro.
plane, bro. We ready for you to land your plane, Will.
And you
What
said this
airport are you at,
before.
Willie? What airport are you at?
That's why in Africa, men that have multiple wives are usually like the chiefs or something.
That's
Some
what
like
sis
like a
said.
type
People
of
that have
men that's
money.
attached to.
Yeah.
That's what
Yes,
she said.
exactly. Nowadays,
Yeah.
it's not men like that. It's not men
No.
like that. It's just
So maybe you can
half of
answer
the
this
men now
question, Bang.
just take advantage of the country situation, right?
Maybe you can answer this question,
Because of
Bang.
extreme poverty.
Because I asked
You
her
see my
this
bang
understanding
bang.
that,
I
right?
okay.
Because it's
Willie.
even
Wait
true in
wait 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 wait
America,
wait
right?
wait 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 wait.
Men with
I
money
came from a
can
police.
have
Hold
multiple women, right?
Hold
My
on. Dennis,
question
can
to
I say?
her
Can I
was,
come in after him? Because
hold
I'm the only
on.
one that come from a polygamy family
All
here,
right,
please.
good, man.
You're not.
Nobody
You're just
cares
making
about
up
that.
stuff.
You come from a
Okay. I
community
come.
where they broke.
What?
Nothing about where you from? Gambia?
You don't even
Nigeria?
know
Where
where
you
he
from?
from, and
Yeah,
then
you
you
don't
say
even know his
everywhere he at is
community, bro.
broke.
Like, what are you talking about?
Let's not
This,
go to
bro, you need
Willie,
to
you
just
didn't even
stick
know
to
where he was
American stuff,
from, and
bro.
you
Just stick
said
to American
wherever
stuff,
he
bro.
from, they broke.
No,
Come
he
on,
come from a
man.
family that have multiple wives. That's what he was trying to say. He's a Fulani
Hear
man.
what I
You know, most
If
Fulani
I
Bang.
come from that.
This was my question, Bang.
listen
I understand that men with a wealth of
listen.
resources
Mr.
can have multiple wives. I
Oh
understand that.
my God,
What
this
I
guy.
asked the
God.
sister was,
I think he's on
is
drugs,
there
man.
any
Honestly.
culture?
But
All right, go ahead,
Don's
man.
got to cut his mic for a second. So
Yeah,
Man,
I
you
think
need
he's
to
on
change
drugs.
your
He's
batteries,
talking,
bro.
man.
You need to
Like,
My
change your batteries
Yeah,
for real,
he's
man.
on drugs. He's
Y'all,
on
y'all,
drugs.
y'all, listen, hold on, God, hold on. We're gonna give
You
Willie
bitch
1
ass
minute.
niggas is broke and
Willie,
you
you got
can't
what?
provide for multiple families.
Willie, you got 1 minute. Go,
Thank you.
Willie. You got a minute. Go.
So I'm gonna ask Bang the question. My simple question was, I understand that men of wealth can have multiple women. It's no different from the West, right? You got P. Diddy,
No,
you got
it's not.
Epstein,
There's
you
a big
got
difference. You can't have.
Africa, don't interrupt him, man. Like you
see,
gotta go,
see,
Willie.
every time, right? So I understand that in a culture of wealth, you can have multiple women, right? But my question was, when you hear American black men talk about what's going on in Africa, a lot of them subscribe to what I'm hearing is the conversation now. Most dudes have multiple wives, and this is the thing to do, right? Sis made a good point that, yeah, you can have multiple wives if you can support them. What I'm saying to you is, when you look at the generational transfer of wealth, right, in the West, it comes from monogamous relationships, right? Like Warren Buffett was monogamous,
Oh
right?
my God.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't take
Where's the
it.
I'm
question?
talking about
And
Where's
he's
the
literally
question mark?
stated this
Where's
3
the
times
question
before. He's
mark?
literally stated this 3 times before. Literally.
I
God
just want
damn,
Bang to
Warren
answer the
Buffett,
question.
Warren
But
Buffett.
none of y'all answered the
Man,
question.
Willie.
But wait,
man,
none
come
of y'all
on, Willie,
answered
man.
the question.
Hey, go to the horse farm and
So
get
there
him a
is no
muzzle, bro.
monogamy in Africa. Got it.
Get him a muzzle, bro.
Got
You
it.
need a
That's my
muzzle.
answer. Got it.
Bro, just
All right,
worry about
let
the
me
Got it.
say
United
let me
States,
say this
bro.
before I hang
Just
up,
do that.
Dennis.
Ain't no
Nah, I
polygamy
got
gonna
my
happen in
answer.
the US. You good.
Thank you.
Let me pass it back to Hawker before
That's
we.
why you
We
niggas
gotta
is broke.
go ahead,
All right, let
Hawker.
me
Well,
let
let
me
us be broke then.
Go ahead,
things I
Hawker.
want
Yeah, well,
2 things I want to say.
okay.
But while everybody's been talking, I've been watching a village about 4 hours from the capital of
Village.
Burkina Faso, who is a polygamous village, and they seem to
Mm,
be doing quite well to me, right?
How?
But
mm.
How?
that's
In comparison to any monogamous community in America, how are they doing
Willie,
well?
why you the
Them
one who
niggas
had
is
to say
broke.
something?
Why can he just shut up and let the man finish
Why
speak,
would you?
please?
I
Why
mean, I
were
thought
you
he
the
gave
one
me a
who had to say
second to
something?
ask how.
Hey, you need to pay your tariff too, Willie. You
Yeah,
done
they
said the
broke
N
to
word
me.
like twice, brother.
Let me finish,
They
Willie,
broke to me.
please,
Go ahead,
right?
brother.
Now
Go ahead, brother.
it's just a regular village, and they don't need no Mercedes Benz to carry on, and they're
Yeah, I
doing
need that.
fine. All
I ain't
right,
trying to live there.
right. But that's beside the point. But getting back to what happened in Ghana and Kenya, I would like to know. Maybe Ms. V or what somebody else from Ghana or Kenya could answer this. Why? What happened with the woman that I understand the single woman, but the married woman what happened with the married woman that they were so compelled, if it's not a Jesus syndrome, to go with this white man who did this to them. But
I have a
It's
theory.
a sex trade.
No,
guy. Let Michelle answer.
Willie, will you ask a Ghanaian or a woman or somebody on the panel? That part shocked me.
When I was working with the migrant family, there were women who would try to get caught up with an American man just so they can get some type of legal status.
They want to make money.
It's not making money. I think the ultimate goal, yes, immediate need was the money, but the ultimate goal, I think, was to be able to travel.
Legal status is money.
But you're talking about for the married women.
Married women, they can get a visa to get out the country.
So you think their husband set them up with that, or
I don't think I can't say that, but from what I saw when I was working with some of the migrants, they will purposely look out for American men who were gullible enough.
His point is right that
Really,
being married to
bro,
a
God
man
damn,
all
man.
he do is talk, bro.
Fucking shit, man.
Anyway, guys, I'm out. Thank you very much, Dennis.
Yeah. We're out. Hold on, Michelle.
Hold on,
Michelle. You wanted to ask something? You got to close out.
Oh no, I just wanted to say that the issue of the women in Ghana and in Kenya is very sad. We need to talk about what the global economy and how it's affect women all over the world, and particularly in Africa. And again, another issue that
monogamy is why I have a driveway.
Stop interrupting the woman. Oh my God.
He really just trolling now. Go ahead,
bro. You need to make your own YouTube channel, bro.
Oh yeah, Hustle Smart. I gotta find your channel, so I need to get back because we have some.
Hey, I'm gonna drop it in. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. But let me ask you a question before you go, Ms. Michelle. When you're RN, you work in a doctor's office, right?
No, I'm actually a human service worker. So right now I'm working with people who are into life.
In the life? Oh, on the host roll?
Hospice. They're hospice.
Oh, hospice. Oh yeah, them dead chicks. Okay, I got you. All right, but I'm gonna drop a quote in the chat. Just pick it up from there, please, ma'am.
All right, thank you, dear.
Hey, Miss V, let them chicks
I have my unedited discussions. Sorry.
I got you. Hey, Miss V, let them chicks know up there in Kumasi I got 60 Ghana CDs and I'm ready. Let them know.
Everyone, thank you for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family. Save
your woman, man. Ashanti.